Alright. So yeah, this isn't live. What? Okay, I almost spoiled my ass. Hey, chill. Yo, chill with this music, man. Chill with that music. Okay, this is what's gonna happen. Now, I didn't watch these games. I have no idea who wins, who loses. The only thing I saw was a split second scrolling on TikTok. I saw a crew highlight. That's all I saw. It was like crew goes crazy. I saw I was on Lotus and I was like, nope. I didn't see the score. I didn't see the map score. I didn't see anything. So this is how I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna skip to the start of the game, the draft. We're gonna skip in between halves, and then in between games, without spoiling myself. What I am not gonna do is when someone goes to save, 5 seconds, skip 5 seconds. I can't do that. That's a bad habit. So here we go. Sen apparently picked up Victor for a sub instead of tens, but you know, fudge. Who cares? Who cares? Nothing ever happens. Okay. No spoilers. No spoilers. Look at the time. Look at the time. What the fudge is happening? They're not calling the stage. Oh shit. Here we go. That's just showing the ass team. Where are they moving like this? Where do I gotta move to move like this? Okay, bro. Do I skip? Like, who cares about these guys? Oh, I hit my mic. 3 days of work, man. They got me working like a full-timer. I can't believe I was functional today. I was up till like 6 p.m. I had work in like 4 hours or something. That's not proper math, but that shows my brain state. I got my feet out, my socks off, man. So I got a night off finally. You can watch America's Tonight live. Oh, I missed the map shiz, my bad. It looks like a Lotus right off the bat, so even if I saw the map, it would have been 0-0. Why is the coaches out already? Get your asses back there.
And on the other side, you know them, you love them. Let me hear it for Sentinels!
Ah, okay, chill. Look at Victor. Well, let me get my pen out.
Very different look coming in to stage 1. One of the only remaining pieces of this team is John QT on that lineup from the original team, from the team that won over in Masters Madrid. Now they're bringing in
the Sentinels roster, when I watched them, they had Pens, Sassy. I don't know if that's how you spell it. I can't remember if it was a Z or not. Jonathan, John QT. They had Zekin. And one more they had.
And I think a lot of these roster changes make a lot of sense. It's just a matter if they can succumb to that pressure and make sure
Duelist,
they go and step over it. Because again,
Controller, Initiator, Flex. Who is their Sentinel?
Insane. But again,
Alfier. No, who was their Sentinel? Be serious.
Maps here, Lotus, Breeze, and if necessary,
there's like no one from the original squad here.
How do you think of all this shakes out there, Emily?
Honestly,
when they stopped in
I feel like it is very
champions, Tens retired, Sassy retired.
Surprised to see them bringing back Breeze after
Who
their
was
last
left
time
on the
performing,
squad?
but it's a new team. We have John back on the IGL role. That looks very exciting to see. And also Lotus.
I can't believe they like. What are they this forgettable?
2025. He felt confident in being able to call on that map, even though it's a new team. A lot
I can't look up VLR because I'll get spoiled because of this match.
And if your IGL is confident in that he can set up his whole team for that, it feels like a Sen-sided map pick.
Yeah, on the other side though, I think that Siraka's at IGL has always had
Dude, it's someone so forgettable, isn't that insane?
Very creative guy.
I'm trying to think skin color now.
Back in 2024, I think it was, when they were playing the Phoenix Breach ideas that he was super on board with.
My mic was a little loud last time, so maybe I'll turn it down.
even before the changes.
2.6,
He's always been
should be
very
fine.
unique in the way that he likes to
2.6
index
should be
his
fine.
agent selects. So I'm super curious with big meta changes, with a lot of questions up in the air. How does Sadak want to play this? Is he going for the standard, or is there something interesting again?
And I'm also keeping
Are
my
we gonna
eyes
sit with
on
these
that
words
guy
here?
on your
And I
screen
can't
right there,
remember.
Victor, for Sentinels, because he's coming in with
He
some
would have
big
been a
shoes to fill.
chamber
Gerwin
player,
got picked up
Killjoy.
with a ton of hype, but couldn't be here. Now that he's got to step into that
I
spot,
have no
he's
idea,
got to
man.
get these boys over the
I
finish line.
cannot tell you.
Different jerseys on both sides, but if you were a fan pre-partnership, this is the best rivalry
It was the
Valorant
guys
ever
Zelsis.
had. Optic
Oh, yeah.
versus Loud Sadak. Victor, those
Zelsis.
guys duking it out more than any
Okay,
other
that
team
was the squad
that's
one I
basically
watched.
played
Who
in a year.
remains?
Get one more little shot at that.
Jean.
Yeah.
In very different circumstances.
remains.
And in very
Not
different
even the coach
meta, very
Kaplan
different
remains.
roles. It's gonna be so cool to see how Victor is
This guy's
evolved as a
been
player
nuked.
since
He went
then
to
with this
M80 we
opportunity.
saw.
Yeah, I wonder if he's gonna step away
Just
from
Jonathan
a lot of that
remains.
dive duelist that we've seen, and if they're gonna put him into something more interesting,
we
maybe
saw it.
something different.
Bind is the,
Derwin, we know he does
the-
like to play that dive duelist. We're gonna see a lot of that neon.
This guy
because
has
of
no
those wailing
experience, by the
changes,
way.
because of all
Zero.
the Orun,
What is he doing?
issues and stuff.
He has
So it's
no
gonna
idea.
be
This guy,
really,
I don't know
really
who that is.
interesting, But I'm
Why are they
really
in like
looking
a
forward to
like a
Lotus, because
bunker
this is a
area?
map-
What is
Emily,
this?
you and I, we used to love
They got no
playing
space
this
in
map.
there.
We love doing a lot of these
Redux,
trap
what
setups.
are you
We
doing?
love just getting a lot
This
of that
keyboard is
information,
nice.
and I think it's
I know
such a
Nico has
heavy
it from What's Up,
information
Nico.
game. I wouldn't be surprised if we see a
Who is this
Sky
guy?
back in it too.
I really wanted to watch that new guy Gerwin play. I heard he's
Trying
insane.
to get that kind of
I'd be shocked if we don't
trap
see
setup
Sky in play
yeah,
today.
I feel like we're gonna see a Sky for sure. So we're gonna see her in that action, but I'm also really interested to see, because this is Crew's pick, if they're doing a lot of that trap setup.
Obviously,
Because
Jonah
I
P.
don't know what identity they're going for.
Yeah, one question I
don't
kind
know
of
how you
wanted to
spell
pose to you
Jonah.
guys is, if we think about
That's not right.
Crew's situation, they
Jonah
had
P.
about 4 months
took
to
like a
prep here,
sick
right?
break or a
Wildcard,
leave of
that was
absence
yeah,
from
wildcard, but
G2.
that was also before
They
these new
replaced
meta
him with
changes. So
like
are
a
they starting
podcaster.
back
If you
at,
know
like,
Baby
with
Bay,
everyone
he is
back to
insanely
square zero,
correct.
not running or steering
He was
away
an
from that double
Overwatch pro.
duelist?
I
Or do you
swear,
think they
go
were
watch.
ahead of the
We
meta
might
in that
watch
sense?
his
I think they're on equal
Overwatch
footing.
highlights.
There was
It's
an
so
interview
insane.
that we had on Platchat this week with Sadak, who he was talking about how they were scrimming while the Santiago tournament was going on. They were down there boot camping, playing
That's a
against
nice
some of the
keyboard,
best
too.
international teams
The
in
white
the
on
world.
black?
So I
I have
imagine
black
they were
on white right
meta
now.
with what was happening at that tournament, and in that way, I think they're going to be on
Stop
pretty much
picking
exactly
roasters.
equal footing as the teams who attended.
Yeah, I'm gonna
that
skip
tournament,
5 seconds
but I
'cause
think
it's
better
taking a
footing
little bit.
than the teams who didn't, having that opportunity to
Against the best teams, you stayed.
The
Bye,
drama
Mark.
of playing.
Bye,
What I
Mark.
will say though, even is that
They're
what
loading it,
happens
okay.
if once you
Good
go in there,
jobs.
someone decides to just
So it's Lotus something
leave
and
a
then
Tupperware filled with I don't know egg
Bind
salad.
as,
It's so fun,
crazy
right?
analogy.
Have you done that before? Is that what this
I may or may not have done that.
Bind
with my
as a
brother,
whatever
but
you call it,
it's not
split
gonna hurt.
haven,
But the point I'm trying to
fracture.
say is though, is
Shoo,
that,
shoo,
like,
shoo,
yes,
shoo.
they have this
What do
new
you call
feel,
it? A
but there's
decider,
a
thank you.
possibility that things could come in here. And they could maybe
What are
get
we
caught
on,
off guard
Lotus?
potentially.
Oh,
But
we
wait
saw
a minute,
all
I
the
think I hear the
shit, so who
sound. We got
cares?
our agents now getting picked here. Mimi,
I
what you
like
got?
this pick.
Okay, so that's a Raze getting picked up for
I like
Sentinels.
this.
Just a
I like
meta
this
duelist
black,
for
sexy
a time when
king.
Lotus was in the pool
love
before.
that, we
I
love
think with
that.
the strength of Neon right now and how she breaks defensive side rotations, being the fastest character in the game,
picked
I
Victor.
expected teams to go something
Obviously
more
on his
similar
most
to what
comfortable.
Crew is playing with that
He
Neon
put Sen in
duelist.
his name. That is the most
there's
insane
no
thing
Sky.
ever.
Oh no!
Yeah,
no,
obviously I know
no,
Les. I know Silence
Wow, we
from
got trolled.
2G. He was on the
Yeah,
2G that
really
beats
key. I'm interested to see that
M80.
Lice getting picked
He was
in,
one of the crack
especially against a comp that's not playing the Neon. I
Put
think
it
the Raze
back
is a
on the
much
thing I
better
was
match
explaining.
into
And
Lice
obviously
than
less
Neon
than the
would have
other
been.
guy
All
they
right,
showed.
folks, it's time for our first pistol round of stage 1. So let's go ahead and send it over to 2 esports legends. Here's Rivington and Van Silly.
And we're about ready to get into this match. It's been long enough. Let's
We
get
got-
into
we
it.
got
It's going to be Sentinels and Crew.
Celibate Monk over here
and
and
setup. Coaching staff alike, players along the line. We get to learn a lot about these teams.
What's that
right
guy's
now.
name again?
Dying for this week
I don't
to
want to
start.
get
We're
canceled,
like
I
a
can't
week
say
behind
it.
everybody else for all the
He
other
looks
regions.
like big
Now we get to kick things off
Moana
with
guy,
a brand
The
new
Rock.
Sentinels, a brand new
He looks
crew
like The
that,
Rock.
has been set for the longest of time since the
my
offseason. We
nose
haven't
is
had a
running
chance
so
to
much.
watch them yet, so a lot of big question marks. I think the biggest one as well is how is Victor going to perform for Sentinels so far?
It's time
Oh,
for
it
our
was
match
Breeze,
start
Sentinels
presented by
picked Breeze.
Samsung OLED. As we get in, we'll get to see how Victor's playing, how John's back in the shot calling spot with maybe
Redux
Jones being the mid
on
runs
controller.
there. There's so many bullet points to
Oh,
hit for
what are
this one
these
as we
guys
go
doing,
through,
man?
and the players also spell it out for us with what they're bringing to
I
the
mean, I
table.
get you have
We'll
a
definitely have
sub
time
and
to
you
talk
like
about
you
all of
asked the
that as
sub,
the
hey,
series
what
just
can
starting
he
now.
play at a pro level?
Seeing on the side of Sentinels here,
Duelist.
pulling out a veto into their comp, and doing a little bit of standard stuff
I think
on the
this
C side.
team's-
Prowlers to
Let me
force
shut
some
my ass
players out,
up.
get
My
some early
prediction for
information, but they're still
Sentinels,
defaulting very slowly now. But look at this double push coming out from the C
they
side.
won't be
All of
last.
Crew kind of really knows that the
That's my
pressure's coming
prediction.
more towards this A side, and they have the perfect rotate for now.
Oh
He's
my
taking
gosh,
that
he
early
traded the
space
neon
for
for the
Sadak to
fucking...
cover as well, and already moved
Here's
up.
the
And
vibes.
Sen's feeling good. Gonna get cut off by the wall for a moment, but if they can pause this just for the time being, no, Silence pushes forward.
Holy
Doesn't allow for
shiz,
that
we're good.
patience to
Like,
happen.
who is this Victor guy?
Sen's not stopping. Instantly walking in left and right. They're just taking the site
2v2.
angle by angle here. But they have not got the spike down yet.
Oh,
That's
he
the
gets
problem.
caught.
They're still looking for the kills.
It's up to
it's on Sadak now.
Sadhack? Sadhack?
Trailing behind.
Paranoid comes out, he's got to
Just the
swing.
whole time trying to
You
get
won't
an
swing off the
idea of the
paranoia?
picture. And with the ghost, this is definitely a possibility. Now here's the plan.
He's smiling, he's having fun
back
at
in the
least.
Americas too.
Spike planted.
IGL for Crew. And already
I
taken
think
out by
Jonah P could
P,
carry this
the
team to like
latest addition
a
for Sentinels.
I was gonna say
Allows for them to
playoffs.
get the pistol.
If he
Very nice little
if
pistol to
he
start things
lo-
off,
if
though, from
Jonah
both sides.
P-
I love the aggression that came out on the defense as well for
if
Crew
Jonah
to
P
kick things
locks
off.
in with a
They had a great
redux,
stall from that vice wall in the very beginning that really
I
isolated
think this team
Victor.
actually looks good.
And everybody stayed very patient towards the end. As soon as his
They
ult
could-
came
they could
down,
make
he stayed
London,
as a
I think.
five-man pack mentality because of his veto with the intercept, and Cortezia
If,
was able
if
to
they
just
lock
sneak
in,
through
if
and
they
get a perfect
squeeze their
first kill
full
and a
potential,
backstabber
I think they
towards
can
the
make
A-site.
London.
And now we get the plant and the victory as
Okay, thank
also
God.
our first tech pause for stage one.
Boom. A lot of one-shing.
In LA practice looking at from N5 into
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, these
Last
are
year could be. We've seen
the worst during live.
Well,
Oh my gosh, it's a bad issue.
the rec and
the so a pretty good opportunity. They're a brand they have
what we do, but
Why can't you pull up like monster? Oh, it's really bad if they're doing that twice.
Hands down him, so
Oh, it's really bad then. They're showing all their shiz.
how they're trying to operations, by the way, as we head back in the game.
Well, thank God that we were on live for that.
But I understand that this is going to be a nice
And we
period of
would have just
adjustment
pulled
for
the
a lot of these
monster
teams,
answers.
especially with the
I
Euro
don't,
nerfs.
he's looking at that like,
And
what was that?
also on the defensive side, the macro is going to
I
be
think his
very
thing
important for the IGLs
bounced
to just
into the
make sure
corner.
you plug the holes at the right spots and have the right protocols for the retakes too, because you don't have a Euro that could TP
Bro, it's
instantly
heavy.
to support a strong side on a site.
Victor able to call this anti-strat over here. Crew
Chill,
looking
chill,
to
chill,
blast
daddy,
through
chill.
the wall and see if they can get anything, but Sadak still able to squeak through. Marshall picked up here on the backside, and that's going to activate Sentinels to head right
It's not
into
a
the
good
C site.
Marshall though.
The knowledge is there.
But let's see
Silence
the
is
Marshall.
hearing this on
Why is
Vice
his
just on
Marshall
the other
not
side
out?
of the wall, and they're ready to explode back in.
Tough part though is that the one watching the flank could get one shot. It's Cortezia. Sadak's trying to close that gap.
Can't
to
do
Marshall.
shiz,
He
though.
falls down.
Yeah.
One.
Things are looking good for the retake for
Are
Crew.
they not
He's got
calling out the
distance, too.
Marshall?
They're going to be stuck in the back of the site. The slide in from Dante, starting to break the crosshairs, break the ankles. A few of the
Nice
Guardians
shot
able to
from
trade it back,
Sadak.
but it's not enough. Crew says, wait, you got first round? We'll take the second round. And the play they
That's
had
really
was
bad
over
from
at
Sa-
A, fans. They still make it work as they get to C.
Yeah, people forget that Sadak also is a killer
These guys seem like the
fragger
chill
for the
guys.
IGL position.
Crew, they just want to have fun. They're not
Argentinian
standing
IGL
up.
getting to represent an Argentinian roster
They're just having
organization
fun
as
with
well.
it.
Good.
And those are definitely going to be kills that feel good.
What?
So
Is that
both
Anne
rounds as
Frank in the
well.
back? Who was that?
Crew has just gone all the way around.
Harry
into
Potter
attack
ass
spawn
room.
and
What the
gotten to
fudge?
the backside. Well, why not? Gain the space, see what they're doing. Sadak wants to know.
Yeah. It almost feels like because you're playing Cortezia on this veto, even if you have a chokehold
Yeah,
that's
that's really
watching the
bad.
flank, you almost
Right.
want to have him with the pack to use the interceptor for the execs.
Honestly, part of me
again,
wants to see
Cerebral, you have to
Victor
think on your
just
toes, and
completely
that's
slam
2
out of
rounds down
this.
to Sadak sleep flank and getting value
They're
out of it.
like, hey, we're
Giving
dumbasses.
himself
We're
an
not
upper
going to
hand, be able
tons.
to phantom over the wall right quick with Sadak's height. He drops on that
As
elevation.
if
though.
Tens wanted to play.
They don't want to
or
give
if
it
he
away
was
too
an
quick
option.
if he's not making the play.
He's like,
off
yo,
it
I don't
right
want to play,
away.
and I'm saying
A
this shit
pause
because
here,
I'm the dumbass.
And
we
it
don't
looks,
think.
oh, and he still gets it.
I heard there was a tweet about subbing Terrican.
I
What the
think he
fudge
took
are
him
they
to the
doing
side of
over
the
at
wall
Sun?
there. Yeah, you can kind of see it.
Yeah, just down at rubble. So
Eric
far,
even
man,
play
he's
the
doing a
game
good
anymore?
job getting these first bloods for Crew. That's going to force the hand of Sentinels to just try to get into the B side for a plan, but the good news is that you could still satchel and Omen TP in. That is not going to have the ring line do too much damage.
With trades.
It's good for blue.
It's a blue kill feed though. Crew is able to just swamp Sentinels as they come in. Great read so far on each of the plays, or even the audible they have to call to get back into position to read the play further coming from Sentinels.
Well, at least we have
They
a couple
did the
rounds now that
fucking
John
crew
Cutie,
thing on their name.
freshly
Like,
reappointed
I
as
hate when they
the
do
main IGL
this.
for Sentinels to read the rounds a bit on how crews kind of react around the action. They are showing themselves
Okay,
quite
first
often,
full
though, for crew. They're forcing down these line of sights and not really trying to play trap players or whatnot. They're forcing these duels like an easy kill like that because, you know, the weaponry between Sadat.
I mean, it's like a save round, but I'll
do
stay
there
on
towards
it.
that A site. That said, this is a great opportunity now for Sentinels to really start working the map a little bit more. Remember when Mimi was talking on the desk too, Victor going into this raise is actually very good to counter against the silence on his Vise.
Crew's defense looks
Neon
really
usually
strong
would
here.
go down to like barely any HP if you're sliding through without breaking util. Now you have an opportunity to do so with this composition for Sentinels. And they're starting with aggression on this A side though, and the small tech.
Where's the point of
Old
this
school style,
smoke?
keeping in the smoke, exactly. Not get hit by the eye.
I think it's like a millimeter off.
Oh, the
maybe his
eye?
head sticking out,
Good
and then the
call,
gun's sticking
Outcasters.
out for a moment. Oh, I love the idea. So good. And they're trying to take the space a lot more aggressive now. Sentinels does not want to be known for being on their heels here
Oh,
at the
they're
start of this match.
fudged.
And they're
They're
trying
fudged
to
here.
just go punch for punch with the pressure
One.
on this, but the util's
It's
out
even.
as the wall comes down. The trades are still somehow
Good for
even
red.
in that situation as we're sliding around and getting ourselves back in position here.
I think it's
Less
better for
limps
red
away
there.
from the fight, and actually Sen doesn't look too bad
Or
here. Smokes
Sentinels.
to go in, wall's still there, and an initiator to find.
That's still crazy that he was able to slide away to safety while the door closes. Just disappears into the bushes.
Where'd my mother put my
Look at that homer
candy?
meme. That said, though, it's calmed things down in a
Eat
3
over
versus
this?
3. And it almost seems that the trap
think I
play
might
was a
have,
nice
'cause I
idea
don't
for
see
crew.
it.
What was
Yeah.
missing was that wall was up for just a tad too much
I
longer.
think I did.
So
Ate
that
it
the
all. Oh
paranoia
my
didn't get too much
gosh.
value there from Sadak, from tree into rubble. So it gives a chance for Sentinels now to just
14
reset. And
airheads.
with
Great.
30 seconds left, they're committing to A.
You have John Cutie and Jonah P here for a mid-round mind to reflex on this round. They have
Not
all
bad
the
for them,
resources.
Skin.
Can they get the shots to happen? Spike's going to be planted, and they actually have this site divided pretty nicely, straight up and down here, 3 on
If
each
Dante
side.
gets a kill, he pops ult. I
Seems
think
like they're
that's the
trying to
round
get a
over.
position so they can have less drop.
Oh,
into the
you're
site
so
here.
lucky.
Dante almost had 2 free kills, but
Yeah.
you have some very,
He's
very
toying
injured
with him.
Sentinels players in the tree room.
Can someone tell me what Viper's doing?
It's going to be 1 for 1. Another trade, though, comes through. Great job by Redux to find 3 on the round. 16 HP. Last
Jesus,
basically
who's
has
the
another
champions
person to
player
fight
right
with the
now?
spike being down here.
He did win against the Ace, so it's probably
I mean,
like,
you're just going to wait this out.
eh.
Yeah, he makes all the moves. They're as patient as they want to be.
Very nice for Sentinels to recuperate in that round.
Gives the stops from here, at least gets the damage. No.
Nice shot, Redux.
4 for Redux.
Big 4K on the Omen. That said, the choice to refight for crew back towards that tree room was actually decent because Sentinel still had some good stalls with the smoke
Yeah.
towards that front side of the A site. Look at that, just unlucky on that sliding that he just couldn't get that connect. On to Redux, who got a 4K at the end of the round after that.
Yeah,
Imagine,
the result.
Exactly. Would have been a whole different story. But they're able to prevail for Sentinels. They went to face back on the ones that were opening the door, played a 3 versus 2, played the numbers advantage to their favor despite the health.
Sorry, my fingers are near my nose.
And the fundamentals are already there. At
That's
least
nice. It's a
for
pet peeve of
brand new
mine. But
fresh
it
roster of
won't. I
Sentinels
might
as
be
well.
getting
Yeah,
sick
that
and I
was
don't
really
want
clean
some running.
fundamentals. Nobody went aggressive. Numbers were equal, and just playing the safe game. Play your life. Here, more. Just instant aggression to the front of where a fight could be. Sentinels now taking Mound from C right away. And they haven't given Sadak the space yet, though. They're actually waiting for him back in spawn to see if he comes through on a defensive position again.
I think Jonah P is very good.
Trying to bait out the first wave, but they haven't really
Yeah.
What do you
contested that
play
wall
on,
for Sentinels. So
G2?
despite
I don't
Interceptor
remember.
getting thrown in, the door getting rotated across, they haven't gotten too much map
I think
control
role
on the
changes
attack.
are very
Look how
difficult.
pushed up Dante's already at here with this judge.
Yeah. It seems like they kind of play hip and hip
Takes
here.
a lot of time.
This
It's
is what
very
the pistol round
exhausting.
combination was. Dante with Sadak behind him. And they might... I don't think they're going to push any more from the A side just yet after hearing that.
I was about to say, oh no, it actually goes behind. This is a perfect position for Dante right now.
Oh, what a snapshot for the second one. He takes the whole situation into
You
his own
won't get a
hands.
reaction from me.
Doesn't
This
even
is
let
meant as
them
boring
think
as
about
fudge.
another play, and this forces
Oh.
to the left side of the map.
What do you mean? Oh man,
A different
that's
three
like
than won the
that's
last
like
round,
old
but they
jet
can still
knives.
make
You
it
get
happen here as they start to see
two
jump
kills.
numbers.
It's like
Still up.
this is my
Not
reaction
enough.
when that happens.
Oh my gosh.
It's the same
Dante
here.
coming out of
Like,
nowhere,
I don't-
thinking they can
doesn't
just
matter.
execute on the end of the round, but John Cutie doesn't go down that easily. Time's going to tick down. A great defense by Crew here.
But
as
I
they
would have still
squash
removed
Sentinels.
old Jet
Get to
Knives.
see fast,
It's
but
so
they
much
can't keep
cleaner
control
this
of the map.
way.
Yeah.
One at a
We
time,
talked
or
about
just you
slow
spend
routes
them all?
defaulting here for Sentinels and what they want to try to do. Getting stolen on that C side to not beat that wall in the first place was a little bit difficult, but they had the right idea on the mid round to try to re-clear towards this side. Prowler was still had one left available, and I love the position from Crew. They baited out the Prowler to not give Dante's position away. That's 2 free kills with that judge. You have nothing left here to retake or re-go towards that C site. You already see the vibes coming back here from Sadak. Already cheering someone like Dante, who hasn't had the best of starts going into his rookie year last year.
Yeah.
But now he gets to get reunited with Zonic, by the way. And back then, when he was playing in like Challengers and going into Ascension, I'm even thinking back towards the All Knights days. He was actually one of the players that was talked about the most as like a kick-ass neon that could really change the game here for a team. And this is a perfect moment right now before we go
My
into
Victor is
anything
one
else
of
in
5
terms of
guys,
patch
please.
changes for the duelists.
Okay,
Over and in.
never mind.
Silence. Another one that was talked about quite a bit from 2G now here on the Crew squad to see if he can find his footing in this stage of VCT. Oh, who's there in Silence? Just absolutely shutting down Sentinels as they try to get in to C. And they're going to swarm Redux here as he's down in the wide. I think they are. He's abandoned
shots,
though,
though.
apparently.
Like, why is Redux on a controller, man? He's not
as we finally get a
10.
little separation in these rounds.
He did mention during the Sentinels podcast, though, that it doesn't really matter if Waylay and Yoru are nerfed. He can pretty much play anything and make it work, and with any weapon as well. What a shot!
Boing.
Oh, that was insane. Another young fragger.
Why are
there
they
in
sending
Silence.
Rays first? Like, in theory, send like
Joining in also from the Ascension side, and that
would
is
you
going to
send
be
maybe
an
send
early
like
timeout by
I would
Ewok
send
to call here
Vito.
for Sentinels.
That's a W. I would send Vito
And if we're looking
because
at it, though,
Omen
the last
can
couple of rounds that they've tried to
TP
move
and then
towards that
Raze
C-side,
can
they were
satchel
heavily
in.
punished. That wall is
Raze, that's
a
Raze, not
nuisance right now
satchel.
for Sentinels to deal
Raze
with.
can satchel
And I
it.
think
You have
even if
3
they're
on
trying to
site
go for,
already.
like, the close smoke,
And then
trying
you
to
have
play around that and
Fade.
bait the walls, there's still too much util around that.
Could
It
throw
still
her
stays up.
Prowler.
You saw the Razor vines
And
that
who's
were
last?
broken,
Viper? Viper
and
can
if they made
volley
it through,
like
there was still the
if
Fade
this
Seas
is
that was already rotated across from
this is
NW0.
the
So
entrance to
Sentinels
C,
now, I feel,
and this
maybe
is the
first
ledge
hand, if
going
they really
here.
want to try to beat that
Viper
wall,
can molly
maybe
back
have some
here.
of those deeper smokes into that seaside cross potentially, so that you could really
And this is
cover up
water.
the water,
This is all
cover up the
water.
bend,
And then this would
and
be
then
for
get that step
waterfall.
one done.
And the wall goes
Because
here,
if not,
right?
Crew has
Molly
free
back
reign
in
of
this section.
knowing where the action's going to be and putting their positions in the right places. The
I think
players
that's
in the right
better than
places
him just
to
double
stuff
satchel. Yeah, let me
every
just double
attempt so
satchel.
far
They
that
won't
Sentinels
hit
trying to
it.
take here over on either side.
They hit it.
Sadak is just hungry. He seems starved for info. Not that he's not getting it. He
So,
just
like, what are
wants
we
more
doing now?
constantly. Like, instant, can we move up a little bit more? Can you play against that wall with your judge? Can we push first round? Let's see how they do it this
Okay,
round.
what
It's like
happened
they're
to
actually
this
gonna
dude?
push right out of B.
I
and
hyped
face
this
to
guy
face
up.
against Sentinels.
Was
who are
that round
pushing
1?
Straight up B.
And without sounding like a broken record, he's allowing himself and his team to do that because there's zero pressure towards that C site.
Yeah. Oh dear. Right off the bat. Relay bolt goes across. Dante and the rest of the team swing out. There's like a
That was a full
clothesline
buy,
coming
by the
across
way.
the necks of Sentinels, and they are down on the ground and just looking back and forth. Redux is like, where could they even come from? This is such a weird timing to be here.
What do you
1
think
minute and 20
Victor's
seconds in
cast
the round,
is?
and surrounded by
1
crew.
for 7
One
rounds.
for the hero rifle
So
too.
it's 10%.
And a TP for the
He is
rifle
all-
to make noise.
every
and
10
unfortunately, that
rounds he
rifle is
does
not gonna
something.
do too much anymore. He's probably has no
That
choice
can't.
but
That
to save.
math. Wait. Oh.
Unless he wants
feel.
to go for some sort of
I
damage.
don't know,
but
I'm
there's
too
some good
tired to
rounds
do
already.
that.
The econ's already quite high for the side of Crew. So for him to lose his weapon,
Yeah.
lose his life, and maybe keep the economy very
I'm
balanced
not
with the
gonna
rest of the
skip,
team,
I promise
potentially,
myself.
But
I'm not gonna
I think
skip.
just trying to use his rifle again for another hero round for the next could be another
I
great
won't
option here
skip
for.
me.
So far, Redux has been looking
I won't
pretty
skip
good.
and miss the most
in this
insane. Okay.
Gee.
Very good
Just
play
like
from
that.
Memo.
Give him a stinky face. All right. That was incredible. And even coming
What did I
into
say Crew
7
was?
rounds like
I said
that,
Crew
Sadak's
was.
just
I
like,
don't
you know
really
what?
like
I'm
Brazilian
feeling that
teams.
B. Let's go
Unless you're
for B.
Aspas, so I read them well.
Countered on the play that they wanted in a matter of seconds.
And it made it
Nice,
simple.
bro.
All
Yeah.
that contact play, you know how the relay.
He knows, man. He's like,
The
where
relay
is
bolt comes out
tens?
very quickly as a quick cast.
He should
So
stand up
you
and yell that
activate
at
that
where
as
is
soon as the
tens.
prowler locks into someone, and you're just pushing through.
Yeah.
Even had a pinch from that seaside push. That was
If he-
very nice
this
by
seems kinda OP,
Sadak at
no?
the same time, but
He just seems
yeah,
like
now
he's
you're seeing that the
underused.
rifle, they don't have it, and they have to play against a stinger. of all weapons, and cool that it's in the hands of Jonah P.
I can tell you this Victor
He knows how to use it
pickup
for sure.
or stand-in is
Just off
stupid
the
as
round it's on, that's
fudge.
all.
And this could be good still, though, right? If they're able to stay in as a group right now and try to get
Should've
that
got
first punish,
tens, paid him
as they're
$500,000
reading the correct
for a
side to
game.
really try to add that pressure, they have some great ults to work with. Just to take over site.
That was a cool crosshair.
No way. Remember he dropped off the box the other round because he didn't want to be seen, so he uses it again this round, just picking and choosing the moments
cool
to
knife.
stab at Sentinels with these little plays, and they don't even really get to begin
Speaking
the
of
round
knife, I
with
keep
their
forgetting to
team.
check my locker.
They're only one person in here. Victor's just gonna get jumped on. Sadak with the 3. And another flawless round as they are reading the mind of Sentinels.
And Dante's the one just hopping around towards tree to be selfless and allow Sadat
The
to get
fudge
picked so
is
that he
this?
can get his ult too. So crew
He
are
doesn't
doing
have anything.
excellent so far. And this is not an uncommon position here for the top of the boxes. I think going into like even chamber players
they're
out in the
locked.
MEA, great spot for them to look
Yeah,
over
you
the
know you're
Viper
locked when
wall
you're
and
shooting
the
through
lurk.
smokes
Like,
and
you
hit.
can punish-
Kills from behind
Gosh,
the wall.
you're so
Exactly, you
locked.
can still escape
It's
easily.
like you can
as an
picture the
Omen
whole game in front of you.
or a chamber.
You can
So
picture everything.
now that has to be.
It happened with that
a
other game
standard
we
position
watched.
to start
Which
to
one
clear
was it?
for
I
a lot
don't
of
know.
teams trying to default
What I
slowly
think?
towards the A side. That said, though, we have for the first time an op on the side of Sentinels and also
I'm excited to
on the
watch
attack.
MIBR versus
That's
B2.
actually in the hands of Cortezia.
This is a 2-0 looking like
Gotta
it.
say, I still like the pressure. Oh my gosh. Hold off by Victor. Very
Victor.
nicely played. Good coverage on the squad mates
He's
here.
tough.
As Cortezia does get that operator to sing out. The trades are still coming through, though. There's so much
I
action
mean,
on the
they're
map right
over
now.
pushing a little
Doors
much.
continue to stay
Little
open.
much, little much,
That thing
little
is
much.
greased. John Cutie takes down MW Zera, and now we are in to somehow a 1v3 where Silence has to find some safety here.
Some great fight backs towards the end.
Does
That was because of
Vito's-
those two players
Oh
that
my
were
gosh,
leading
I
towards
forgot.
that C side a
Does
little bit late.
Vito's ult?
So that as soon as they
How
open
does
the
it
door and try
interact
to
with
pressure on that
Vise
side,
ult?
you saw the
Or not
lockout
Vise
coming
ult,
through from
sorry.
Les.
Vise wall.
Cortezia punishes him with the
Does it trigger
It made it
hits still?
very difficult for the rest of crew to really try to fight for the control
Oh,
towards
I would
BB
have
when
to
they were
read
getting
Wiz
pinched
ult
on
those.
both sides. So now to 1 versus 3. Silence does have a big
Did
ult to work with,
Cortez
though.
buy the op?
He knows he's in the right spot. They're running around like elephants in here, but he's
Sorry, I
not on
keep
the
touching my
right
nose.
beat. Oh, wait a minute.
I don't know why you're
Operator's down.
re-peeking with an op. You know he's low.
It's going to be a tough one to get the swing on. It's too far. John Cutie hits the shot anyways. And
I can't,
Sentinels
I'm sorry.
Continued aggression
I
puts
might
them in a
notice for a
spot to
sec.
get another round here. They're not being afraid of moving up.
Yep. And it's John Cutie just being very cerebral, playing
Sorry,
around
I
that
can't
smoke.
stop touching
Even
it.
if he got seized up, decided to play inside of it, and it came down to reaction time, just like over here at the start of the round.
And I hate it. I'm not looking at myself when I do it, but I hate when people touch their
Aggressive in the
nose
first place.
or pick it during like a video or something.
One enemy remaining.
Oh yeah, just
Super
beautiful.
smart.
Guys, they're just fighting, they're just intent.
To
have,
play
like,
to
a napkin or
just
something.
start shooting the Phantom knowing he can't be traded back because he's deafened from the seas crazy stuff. Knowing he gets
It's like
short,
I
he
must
jumps
be
on.
getting sick.
He's
It's
seeing
just
the
like
plays.
endless.
What do they do this round? The split towards C once again, but not as fast this time. They're actually pacing themselves a little bit on Sentinels.
They're just fighting was the call out.
I think it's also, again, realizing that crew are always making the first move, which is why you're posting us off so passively and waiting out these smokes on
Victor
the first
2 and
wave.
9.
Seeing if anybody's going to try to push forward. As that smoke dissipates
His
towards his A
cast is
side,
like
you see now
50%.
the push forward here from Cortezia trying to look down towards that line. Not give a chance here for anybody to push forward. As we get to listen in now to crew.
Guys, minuto e estão baitando a parede ainda. Tá bem.
Sair daqui.
Não, já parei.
Ligou.
Não, fica aí, fica morrendo tem que ir, tá?
Subiu.
Tá, pede meus espinhos aí, tá?
Você quer que smoke? Na boca do B, me deu contato. Tem smoke B?
Tem o espinho ainda, né?
Deixa o Vegas. Vamos ver. Faz bagulho, faz bagulho.
Tive espinha.
Não passaram.
Não passaram, cuidado do A pra
Deu
jogar.
TP, deu TP. Cuidado atrás, amor. Eu não dou TP. Passa com você, Dante.
Na smoke, esse.
Só ele, só ele.
Só homem. Ele
Botando
tá
A, botando A, vem pra eles. Vem pra eles.
3A entrando agora.
Onde que tá esse homem?
30 seconds
Tá,
left.
link C,
Tem
eu acho
ult
que
ainda pra.
Link C, mas eu somei pra A, tá? Tô com você, tô com
Reis
você.
vai ultar, sai daí, não, sai daí.
Aí, dei mole.
Do you speak British? Oh my god, what the fuck? I'll shut my ass up.
Not a lot of
Does it
confidence
look
in
like
action,
we
right?
speak Spanish? Oh, nice shots, man.
Onde que ele tá?
Tava atrás do bombe.
Vai pra direita, Vitor.
I missed that making
Só
fun of
clica pra
Spanish
trás, ele tá
people.
sem arma. Cliquei só.
Victor, you're so ass.
Peraí, eu vou
And yet he gets an angle. That was silence, wasn't it?
As those hits were hitting, or the sight hit was beginning, you hear Sadak say something and they stop. And then there's something that returns and they stop. It's not kind of following up with everything. It's letting everybody hear the situation, feel the situation, and you can see what
5v2 is insane.
Silence to do there, and everybody gets quiet.
And that's the thing I was trying to figure out, because I don't speak Spanish, but I was trying to figure out what was happening.
Extremely nice aim, and he is a guy to raise.
Really trying to isolate little bits
Yeah,
by
Silence
bits
was
where the
very
weak
good
sides
on
are. So the
2G
pressure
in
for rebounds, they try to take
2024
him
when I
down.
saw him.
They fall. They give that
He's
up. They try
definitely
to
one of
look
the
for that pressure
best.
towards the A side. They couldn't get that going, so they try to just reset, stay calm.
It's cooked, man. I'm
and
gonna
then you
get
have
to 9.
Silence that just goes nuclear for that round.
8 guaranteed.
And
but
drops a 3K to allow here for the retake to happen, because outside of that,
Should
every
I
single one of
skip
those
timeouts?
picks, though, did come in favor of Sentinels
I
as they
don't
kick
think
things
so.
off.
Yeah, I should have something interesting to say. So
Gonna
it's
have a
7-3.
timeout after this one.
They are on a save
Crew,
set.
interestingly enough.
Yeah.
So it is
Good.
8-3
An
technically.
interesting one. We'll have to see.
This is disgusting. What
Yeah.
Sen should work on is
Talk from the
literally this
coach? A
Victor
discussion
guy
with the coach? I'm
sucks
actually very
ass.
confused about this
They're
timeout
selling a
because
5v2,
they had
mind
such
you.
a great start for Sentinels
5v2.
to on that previous
You're
round to
planning
overtake and
without
plant
clearing
towards that
back
A side.
sight, right?
And after getting mowed down by Silence with
Back
a
sight,
3K,
and it's like,
and
we'll just
losing
straight
that
him out,
round,
but you-
the morale is definitely down.
you
So
take
if
a
you're gonna call
50,
timeout for the Sutter
a
crew,
50
this is a
duel,
perfect time now
you
for
lose it.
Ewok
Your
and the
guy
team to calm down and just make
instantly
sure that they come back in this
loses.
one. Although I think the
The guy
economy's
who's
not the best
planning
right now for the
instantly
Sentinels,
loses the second
team,
duel.
but they have
The third guy,
a great opportunity
it's a
to at least try to
50.
salvage this one here
He
with
coin flipped
and then round number 12
they
once
coin
they have
flipped
the
a
weapons to work with.
25% chance.
So yeah, I'm very intrigued by this one.
If
from,
he has good
from
aim,
Crew.
which Silence does. He just does. They coin flipped a 25% chance. 2 heads in a
There
row.
may
They
be
just
honestly a way
they're
to
like, yeah,
solidify
go
and
for the
just lock up the
plant.
game.
And the raise
This is
nade
how I want
didn't
to use
even
the
hit
outcome
from
in the following
Victor,
rounds. I expect
which should have
you
been
guys to see this.
a
If we don't do
very
this,
clear
you know,
kill.
just
I
in
didn't
a
spell
way
Victor
to
right.
get the certain
They had him in a fade. They
kind of
faded.
info in there instead of waiting to
I
see
call
if
it
your team
fade, but
does.
it's
Maybe-
like a
maybe
it's like
it's
a
that. Maybe he's
grasp.
like, hey,
It's a grasp.
how you guys doing? You know?
A grasp attack. I don't know.
They're
He
kind
was
of in that
grasped,
position.
and
They're kind of in that
the
position
nade
right now. They're
missed.
looking good.
The
And
nade
again,
missed.
still
That's how
questioning it
off these
because
guys are.
you're
I know
playing
he's a
against,
sub.
an Eagle this time around. You're
He's
playing anti-Eagle,
literally
you have a
has
big
played
ulti,
on
yes, but I don't know
energy,
if you want
mind
to
you.
necessarily,
And he
utilize
was
that
dog
right
shit.
now. So
Okay.
is it
So I hope that
really just a
paints a
protocol that
picture
they have
how
to try to get a timeout, perhaps something
absolutely
like that, or just gonna try to
befuzzled
maximize the rounds as
these guys are.
possible
They have no
with this
chemistry.
timeout on
It
the
is so
anti-Eagle, but
bad.
we'll
You
have to
have
see if it pays
Jonah P
dividends.
going to Odin.
'Cause if not,
He's
Sentinels, if
1
they're
in
able
9.
to
You're
come
not
back
Brock.
slowly from now,
Okay, you have Cortez
you're gonna
whiffing
have
his
to start
ult.
rethinking here your timeout positions
just-
on the
it's
crew side for
miserable.
Zonic. And it starts with Sentinels now back from the timeout. 5 sheriffs to fight into the A main.
No
It's
hero
pretty
rifles
bad.
this time. It's gonna be the second move from Sadak. He's just trying to make some noise over here as he got himself into position to start the round. And just an insert is left over towards that A
Alright,
rubble
it's guaranteed
side.
8-3.
Sentinels work the
Maybe
map
the
here. The
ult-
last 2
the ult
rounds are
situation is
super
the same.
important for them. And they're gonna try to put everything in the
Let me
mix
be
to
honest,
make
I
that
don't even
happen.
think
And
I've seen
on
the
this low
clip
buy,
yet.
already inserting
That was like
2
crew goes
as they try to end
crazy.
what looks
It
like
could have
to
been
see.
like crew
Yeah.
takes map
Seems
1
to
in
be very
shocking
annoying to deal
fashion.
with here for
But they were
how
somewhere
Crew's
in
playing
this area
double
where
wall
he
or
is.
double stall with the Viper Wall and cycling to Omen Smoke because you're funneling everybody to go straight into rubble, and that's 2 players watching on that line. But we'll hold that thought. Here's a triple peek for the
Repeat,
attempt to
it's
move
no
towards the
lag.
C site. And can they get rid of this wall? They won't. Prowler pushes some players away, but they're not
What do you
committed
mean?
to
The
get this.
fade doesn't
No.
trigger the wall? The
Little
dog?
Audio cue with the door as well to make crew think about a few other things if they have to keep an eye on front B. In this position held now by Redux.
30 seconds
Ever
left.
so slightly. He's already given up by
This is
Sadak. They
knife or
realize
ghost?
20 seconds left in the round. This is probably going to
He's
be the
dead,
rush
yeah.
if it doesn't end B overall.
Oh, nice. That's
What a
nice aim.
shot from Les.
That's
Always
just nice.
expecting
That's
that to
champion
hit, and they
aim.
have committed to tree room.
And
Here comes
just
the
plain
rest of
out.
the crew, but they're not going to be needed. Dante, sweet
Like,
three
their
off the
their
feet,
chemistry
and
is
the
so
last one
bad.
from Sadak to
I
hold
can tell
down
you the
site.
comms are not
8-3 for
flowing
Crew.
at all.
Wow. Nice little ult for the assists across the board, too.
I told you it was guaranteed 8. Like, these guys look disheveled.
Ooh.
All lined up here
It's
for
Yeah, just
Sentinels.
keep
easy to
peeking,
see
guys.
the
Just
tethers too. What a time to alt.
I do
had
appreciate the late
Sentinels
lurk,
high,
though,
man.
that we had from Sentinels in
Like,
the
I
front
literally
B
was
site.
saying
They
they
were
could
trying to get a little
let's
action
London
there.
now. They're
Commit to
looking
tree,
completely
I think
awful.
it doesn't snuff it out, but I feel like Cortezia was just that
I reckon
close
I
to
said
having
if they showed their absolute best, their prime. But
Not even utilizing a pit early in the round. It's just Crew going for that triple push down. He realized that there's nothing happening. There's no noise on C.
All right, let's see how they react.
Tested heavily now. He has to fall back and wait for the root. Oh no. That's spike too.
He did that last round.
It's not the
What
first
are we
time he's
doing?
done that this game. The door opens, that wall's up. He's gonna spray through it. It's such a hot spot to trade over that line of
They
fire.
react?
Dante
He's
here
gonna have to
pushing
cover
them
the
back.
side.
He's just
He
flat
doesn't.
4v1 in this situation right now. Nobody wants to peek the laser. Gonna go ahead and give himself a fast lane to get the safety.
Crew's
The
kinda
team's falling
selling
down
here.
around him, but they get the safety here.
All they gotta do is just wait for all that util to
Yeah,
come down and start pushing
they
as a
sold
team,
that.
and it works out for Cortezia.
Little deja vu, but in the other direction now. Dante falls to the same medicine. Sentinels
Hey, they got
back
A4
in
half.
this position where they won one of the first few rounds for themselves, able to hold the right side of A. The door is going to be played with by silence here. Well, Les is going to have to do work.
Okay,
inside the
come
side. He gets
on,
out the
man.
shorty out, but he goes down.
He takes the
Last
Viper
work in
though.
the Viper
He has
pit.
ult.
It's like a home away
Alt,
from home
brother,
for him,
alt.
even if it's not his. And now he holds. He's got a lot of time on this spike, and he knows it.
And a full kit.
He has Molly.
He could still pit, go
Molly?
for a snake bite. Make
Easy.
it very dangerous for
Orb
Sentinels.
and bite right in front, or one of the other. Oh, the shoulder shot. What a nice little peek by Cortezia there.
Why is he
Gets
afraid
the
of
8-4 to cinch up another round before half.
You're happy that you got some
If
players
he
here that are
Molly
able to step
ults
up to the plate and
taps,
stitch
they
up those
literally
rounds for
have to
Sentinels.
push him.
Big 4K we saw earlier on from Redux, a 4K here for Cortezia.
Yeah, Crew
As
sold
that
that
was all
round.
in control to get the round there for Sentinels and keep this game fairly close.
We're back on Lotus here in VCT Americas. We'll have the second half of action right after this.
Alright, I can skip this part. Oops. I said I was gonna skip half times.
The defensive ultimate they
Round to vertical. Now things will change. Crew now takes the attack side, and Sentinels are also looking for a little bit of
sit through a
pressure, it
bunch of
seems like, towards
ads.
the C side. They'll throw this one way at the start and double pushing out just to control this perfect bound to get the first blood there onto somebody who's been red
Yo,
hot
looks
at the
like the
beginning of
clip
this game
right
for
there.
Dante.
Where Les was sitting.
He seemed to be finding his footing through the leadership of Sadak. I almost even like to say, dare I say, even night and day from when he first started here.
What is the next
over on the
agent gonna
VCT
be?
stage.
A Sentinel,
It
probably?
does look like it. A lot more
Yeah.
confidence in the plays that he is making, moving around the map. Maybe that is because they were kind of
Hopefully it's a
hipping some
cool
of their
Sentinel.
plays.
I'm
giving
really,
that
Sentinels are the
confidence
best
straight to 'em.
designed.
Two
Waylay
towards
was
tree.
pretty disappointing.
John
Vito
Cutie
was
maybe to be the
completely
backstab, or does he
underwhelmed.
pull
No
for
more
Cortezia
interest in him
here?
at all.
It looks like they're actually just making noise
But
all over the
Vito's a
map.
Sentinel,
Crew wants that
no?
info more and more.
I thought, yeah, he has to be Sentinel.
I've been knocking. Is anyone here? Yes, there is. Cortezia is home.
And stay out.
Yeah, seriously. How long are you gonna do
No,
this?
he's an
All right, they get a
initiator.
sheriff actually to walk away with that one. What a push forward,
He's
though, to
a
take down
weird
Jonah P.
initiator.
He does
That's
that
why
by
he's.
tapping the spike too.
I don't know.
Dang.
I think
That
that
fight
the
to
probably
Jonah P,
why
that
I'm
was spike
confusing
out
him
in
with
the open
Sentinel
for
and
Sentinels. What a
Initiator is
crazy
probably
move.
why he was
Yeah,
under
they
me.
needed to get that.
Like, what the fudge is this guy?
Preparing that kill
No
that happened
way.
in tree. He pushes forward for another one, unprompted by anything as he catches that paranoia in the face. It fizzles out, and he's still able to fight through it. Oh my god, he's going for the ace! Just misses the head there. Redux on the right, there it is, does get
Yeah,
it!
it's over.
It's coming through, past the chest, that's all. MW Zera there from the start.
Welcome back to the VCT
Yeah,
stage,
these keyboards I
MW Zera.
hate. They
A
look so
cold start.
weird.
A disappointing finish at kickoff, and then he had to play all of
I need my
2025 in
keyboard to be
challengers.
clicky.
Getting
Those don't look
perfect
clicky.
the scan initiator role, and then going into this.
Jeez.
Solo pushes towards that front. Solo pushes towards the
Because I
connector
remember
of
we had
Waterfall,
Vise, right?
And just
And
wins
who came
every
after
single one of the
Teo?
fights.
Oh, shiz.
Insane round.
So Vito
Gets
might
the
be a
paycheck
Sentinel.
ace too. What's he got?
But why would they
Bulldog.
do a Sentinel
buying
and then
through,
into
feeling good.
controller? Why would they skip
Dang.
controller?
And,
Unless Mix
Sentinels
wasn't
really need to
prepared
start
in
well.
time because
That
he was
wasn't what they
having
wanted
sex
to
with
see.
kids.
What
Ah,
a
I
round.
can't say that. But he is.
Oh, sorry,
That
what
guy
the
is
Phantom? I was looking at
you know
Dante.
what.
So he just went big dog on this one. Let's see if he puts that damage down. They cannot
Why are their
lose that
designs
weapon.
so boring
So it is going to
lately?
be protected.
Like, Waylay's boring and Mix is
Les will
boring.
cut off the entry for Sentinels here as it looks like they're going to go ahead and swarm over towards
How's
that
Teo?
A side.
Teo was pretty well received.
Lurk on that wall, no pressure.
Prize
coming
was
out from
very
Sentinels,
cool
so
on release, I
Les took
remember.
all of that space instantly.
It's our ult
You see
mainly.
the buy, you mentioned it, Phantom, Outlaw.
Vito, I
Just wanted to
still
make sure
don't know
that the
what
ones
Vito
that
is.
had weapons stayed as a group. Les only had a Ghost to work with, and he's done his job. And now Crew are in a prime position here to convert their anti-eco. All the Sentinels hoping to
He has to be
punish some
Sentinel.
players in the first place. But no.
Yeah, he's disgusting. I told you guys.
What? What? 2 in a row? Are we gonna do it? No! 2 aces in a row!
I told you this guy was crazy.
No way.
Yeah, they're
That
completely
is
lost,
just
man.
a vibe. They say this game
I would
is a lot about
I
momentum
would
and
dead
how
as
much
be
power you're
surprised
carrying. I think
if
they have all
both the
momentum
games
right
they
now.
played added up to double
And also
digits.
switching weapons.
I'm
Remember,
not
you
gonna
were
lie.
just talking about MW0 popping off at the beginning with a Phantom, but then he picks up the Outlaw so that Silence could be the
Yeah.
one farming for kills, playing on site.
I don't even care that that's
Sure enough,
Nico.
he's
We just
gonna
got 2
pie.
aces.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Victor's
Alright,
playing like
third
an
round.
ass. They should have got 10s or someone,
What can Sen do
literally
to stop
anyone
the bleeding
else.
fans?
Don't they have
Right now is
an
shoot back.
academy
Shoot
team? I thought.
back.
Because they have numbers.
There's
It's
so
just
many
getting
academy
dismantled
teams
by one
just
player.
pulled from.
Again, you mentioned it was just an eco round in the previous round,
But I don't know
respectable.
how
but
that
that
works
piss round
really.
too, when they
You just pull a
caught
player
off
from an
guard.
academy team.
So you just got to make sure
If it's
now
not
that they're
your
a little
own.
bit more confident to swing against Crew, because Crew seems to be finding a lot of off timings to surprise Sentinels since the beginning of this game. Remember, the defensive side was strong for Crew
And they
because of how they
settled
played.
on a Victor.
And now they're finding timings on tapping spikes and pushes, and
And
Sentinels
then they
seems a little
put
bit too
Redux
protocol
on
how they want to play
controller.
maybe some of these scenarios. And they're very surprised for their first map start.
The guy you're supposed to be
At
building
least
around.
for Crew, though, they're looking pretty good.
They're looking great. And we kind of heard the Sadak thing where, yeah, they've had a lot of time to play, but it only matters if they
Do you
can
think
do
it
it
was
now.
a situation
I think
like
he
the coach was
underestimated their
like, yo,
practice. They're
Victor,
doing
what are
great.
you most
Oh my
comfortable on?
gosh, it does. It
I
seems to
am
have mattered.
comfortable on Duelist.
Really
Okay, you're playing
capitalizing on
Duelist
these. The
then.
trades are there.
Like,
Beautiful
what?
from John QT.
We're putting your
That's
ass on
exactly what we
Sentinel.
need to
Get
start
on
seeing
site
from
and leave us
Sentinels.
alone.
They have to be able to choke out Crew this round. Les and MWZera still
What the
alive
fudge was
here
that?
to pack a punch. And that's John QT going down. Victor's trying to be the final
Are we in
answer.
like a
Yeah, they
video
should be able to
glitch or
swarm
something?
down on Les here. Tethered in, 3 HP. 1? No, there's 2 left.
He has an
Doesn't
Odin.
take that much to get the headshots in, but 13 seconds. There's the shot the Redux needs. Sentinels are able to get that bonus round away from Crew.
And good for Sentinels to react with a lot of players on that C side to
What was I
stack up
saying
that
for?
spot.
Oh yeah, the coach
You're just
thing.
trying to look
I
at how
hope
much
the
stall
coach
you
thing
really
will
have
add
here
on more
towards this
playing Duelist.
C side, and not too much since you're playing a Vito, right? So
Yeah.
you need a couple of bodies with you to try to slow things down. You saw the snake bite being
Hey,
thrown
they got one.
on the side of John QT to try to help out, which gave a chance for Victor to rotate across too. So you're starting to
So
see
it
that
went
Sentinels are reacting quite
Vise,
quickly on rotates when they're seeing this pressure coming out from Crew.
Teo, Waylay.
That's something that Crew could take to their advantage later in the rounds if they want to start selling some
Vito.
fakes.
Can't
No
remember.
fakes
Vito
this time
was so
around, though. 4
underhyped. I
players
can't
pushing
stress that
very
enough.
quickly towards this A side, and the door is contested by Cortezia. Trying to bait them into
I guess
this
the
one.
hype around
Let's see if
Waylay
Sentinels
was
can
like
actually
she's
hold
literally
this
a
down.
reused
They're about to
shit.
listen to the comms.
They're running down. Come walk upstairs with me.
Heaven, boys. Well down.
I'm with TP.
They might get Vice ult.
Yeah,
Vice might be
they're
lurking,
stairs,
so
they're stairs,
okay.
they're stairs.
I can go solo Heaven, and you guys go.
Yeah, I'm going solo heaven.
Walk out. Walk out.
It's clean. They're
Let
setting
me-
it up.
It's
Yeah,
short
yeah,
wall,
yeah,
short
wall
wall's
out,
gonna
wall
go.
out.
Still got a lot of time
I'm
for this,
posted up,
so
I'm posted up with
really
ops, I'm
timing.
posted. I don't have an op.
Opening door.
Why are we
Nice tree.
both watching flank,
Nice
man?
tree.
I'm peeking backside. I'm nading backside.
They remodeling.
Yeah, I'm nading, I'm
Remodeling me
nading.
again.
Don't peek, I'm multing, Raise ult, raise ult. He gets nothing, he got nothing.
Backside, front side now.
Front side. He's stairs. Double peek. Nice.
Nice.
Nice, guys. Nice. Hey, nice shoe. Nice job.
Everything was there in place to try to really flood back into the site.
I was
You
my
see
commentating.
that Victory even very
You
vocal for
gained
the team as
zero
they're really
information
trying to
out of
set
me. Let
him
me
up
shut my ass up.
as that tip of the spear with the showstopper.
I had no idea what was
So
happening.
you're calling for John to pull up the wall. It's a short wall. They're
I
set up,
think
they're
I
ready to
said
go,
I'm
but look at that
ulting
siege,
when
just
the
too
enemy-
nice. So you lose the
We're
value of
going
the
straight to
showstopper, and on
radiant,
top of
baby.
that, as you're getting Decatus while you're seized, allows Dante to move in and just get these picks.
It's that
Okay.
sees those plays.
I don't know what score it is.
Crew has protocols for Sen's
I'm gonna
protocols.
look up Vito's class.
And in the moment, that's the kind of stuff
Where
we
would I
have
get
not
class from?
seen
I don't
for
know.
a while here. Kind of across the board. A lot of the plays are just the teams, they go in, they make it happen, and there's a fight. But we are seeing just in the moment denial
is a
here from
Sentinel.
Crew. That's
Yeah.
insane.
As on one side, Sentinels at kickoff were only at a 1 and 2, which was definitely disappointing for them. But even on Crew's
So
side,
they
they haven't
did
been winning
skip
since I think
controller.
summertime of last
Right,
year.
right.
So to see this type of turnaround, maybe it does come into play when
Oh
you
my
have 4
gosh.
months of boot camp. They're able to
Wow, Reina was a
It was like, all right,
post-launch
maybe we
agent.
are
That's
a little
cool.
mind melded more than
It
we
was
thought
Mix
here, gentlemen.
then
We're
Vito.
just on
This
the
is
same
going
page
in
across the
descending
board here.
order. Mix.
And this is going to be a time where
First
Crew
healer
also gets to speak,
controller.
obviously during the timeout.
Oh, is that his like
into
niche?
Zonic there.
He's a controller
His 2
healer.
cents.
Oh wow,
This
crazy,
Ewok
right?
does the same.
Sentinel,
And you're
Vito.
facing a tough task going into this
Ah,
for Sentinels,
so they
'cause you're
did
pretty
skip
much at the
controller.
scenario
So
where
we have no
or you want
idea.
to force buy for the rest of the game, or you half buy
Oh,
and
we're
try to play
due
for,
for
their own team. They're
duelist.
deciding to go for the force buy.
It went
And the
controller,
more that they
sentinel,
do this,
duelist,
and if they're able to stay
initiator.
alive from round to round, the more it's going to be
So it's
difficult
like a
to face
50
against this
between duelist
outlaw
and
from
initiator.
Silence. So the
But
economy
Teo
still
was
well
more than
controlled,
a year ago.
well-maintained by the LATAM team.
I don't
also
play
played it
initiator.
fairly slow at the beginning of the round.
But it's like one of those duels where like,
Again,
oh,
just
new
trying to
agent
keep
comes out.
Silence as the
Everyone,
first point of contact.
can I move this a little up?
If there's any pressure coming out from
Everyone
Sentinel,
instant
play
lock
coming
it,
out from
even
the
though it's not the
defensive side,
fucking role you
as
play.
it stays rather quiet.
What are you doing on
Sentinels are
Mix?
actually quite
Why
mobile,
are you
but
playing
a lot
Mix
more
as a
passively around the
duelist
map,
main?
not making any noise,
Like
but
as a
silently
duelist
walking
main,
over
I
to
would
stack
never
here
instant
over on
lock
A as they're baiting
anyone but
outdoors
my own class.
on a
What the
revolving
fuck are
door,
we doing
and that
here?
only allows
My
Cortezia
cam good?
to play solo on C's.
They're not going to be too afraid after
Yeah, I
hearing
think
that.
Vito's boring. Let's
Quick
go in
dash out
order.
for him, or
Last
say TP
4.
out. And now they're gonna
Teo,
play their
Waylay,
spread across
Vito,
the map. Crew
Mix.
are ready to pick
At the
and poke
bottom,
at anybody
Vito,
looking for that rotation,
Mix,
and Les gets one just
Teo,
like that.
Waylay.
Jonah P
Or no, flip
is
it.
not
Flip
having a great
Waylay
game
and
with the way
Waylay
Crew
and
is
Teo.
just taking it to him in
Because
these rounds.
Waylay's
Exactly, they're just
release,
playing full inserts. It made so much noise on
the
the C
hype
side.
was
Les's
literally
inserted towards
criticisms
A.
of
You
her
also
being
still
like
have Silence
a
inserted
jet,
towards B with
a
the
better
Outlaws. You're
jet,
cutting
and
every
it
road
literally
across, so
nerfed
you're
jet. Like they were
giving individual
nerfing jet
1v1s.
and adding
One by
someone
Crew
else
once again, and now
without
they
like a
take over this
patch.
B
You
site.
know?
Yeah.
Nice stall though to start.
20 seconds here, so they are pressuring a plant, but 5 in the site. They should
It's
be
like a
able
more
to
OP jet.
garrison
I think
up
that
pretty
was
well and get that down.
Teo was cool. Teo's
So
ult
what's the
was cool.
retake? Is there's blast packs to drop
His
in
whole
and
kit was
Redux is
cool, I
util.
remember. He
Very
also was
noticed from Crew.
overpowered as
It's
shit.
smoked out towards the
Like
waterfall
every single
side.
pro
Yeah.
league
They
game
know the
was
rotate's
Teo,
coming back
Teo,
towards
Teo.
stairs.
I
Les is still
think it was
isolating
Toronto.
fights.
Yeah, that's the insane
If you
thing.
go to
They
Toronto
missed.
or maybe a
we
little
heard people
before, you
talk
could
about
see.
Les and what he does
Just
and how he was
look at
supposed to
the
be that shot
Masters or
lurker.
Worlds
Wait,
right
Sam
after
getting a few
Teo's
here.
release.
I'm going off on a rant.
And
Never
you will
mind.
see.
Les is still there.
Ah,
So
it was
MW Zera. But yeah, it's Les
T1
again.
versus G2.
On
That's
that
when Teo was
Viper, in
crazy.
the corner,
Because I
in the
remember Trent was
shadows,
like
13
Teo,
and 7
Teo,
right now,
Teo, Teo.
dismantling the rotations of Sentinels.
And you see how they're active there on that pulse plan again for Crew as they were met by a
I wasn't
a
watching
nade and
'cause
snake
it's
bite
over.
coming in from the waterfall. As they smoke it up to defend the
Yeah.
counterplay,
Vito's
they're actually
hype?
pushing up or on the staircase towards
I
spawn
can't
because they're like,
remember.
well, there's
I
no
d-
way that Sentinels will try to
Usually when
reflect there, right?
something's
'Cause we already have
released
5
and you're
players
like,
on site.
you're not
Set up
really in the
crossfire there.
Valorant
So
mix,
let's try to
but you'll
cut them
see
while
it
they're
because
rotating across,
it's like a big
they're still
update,
in the
you
right
know.
positions. Putting them now at map point against Sentinels on their map pick. Here comes a bloodbath towards the A site in favor of Sentinels.
Yeah, there's one from Victor. John Cutie answers again. Can Sentinels keep it rolling? Keep this one
Nice,
going.
guys.
Pedal to the metal on that one, and they finally get one.
I mean,
of
you
these
just gotta
all-out
send that
brawls to
shiz.
go in their favor. Well played from the
What
A
else
side.
was there
And that's a
played?
huge round for Sentinels, not only to stay alive in the game, but
Mix
that was
is just,
an
I
abysmal
can't
buy
say the
that they
word.
had
I'm
and
gonna
they
get
converted on their
actually
side.
canceled.
Yep.
I'm gonna
Just
get
wanted to
banned by
play
Riot.
fire with fire, aggression
You
with
know what
aggression,
he
and
is.
they
He's
won
the
with
most boring
a lot
agent
of free
ever.
upgrades going into this round.
And I think it's with every single
Saving
agent.
grace, too, is that they
But
have a
I think
pit to
it's
work
especially with controllers, because you have
Although John is still setting up his
Duelist,
wall here towards the A side,
Initiator,
they
and
are
Sentinels
looking to play
picking
the
up a
old school style
smoke,
to
and they
commit a
don't
lot
know
of
what to
resources
smoke.
to stall
Did you see that jet
some
game?
pressure from Crew.
I swear,
over on Rumble.
Walla. This
See being
mix.
thrown here to cancel out any TPs
Why are you
that would go
playing mix?
across from
Pick
the open.
Clove. If you're a duelist, pick
Now
Clove.
Redux takes the top of
If
Rumble.
you're a Sentinel, pick
Oh.
what's that MF's name?
Oh, he didn't have the angle on
Pick
the
Viper or
Omen. He knew it was
something.
there, though.
Down A.
Oh my gosh, Sentinels.
Yeah, go
Even
Sentinels.
with Crew knowing
What was I
that
saying?
they
Oh
were
yeah,
stepping up,
like
still
if you
had
don't know how to
all
smoke,
the
kill
right
yourself.
little angles, that
If you don't know how
millimeter
to
that they
smoke,
needed
you're
to be
picking
able
up
to see
smoke,
out
kill
of
yourself.
and get the shot. Just like that.
That was kind of clean.
Yeah.
I gotta say, that
But
mix
now
pissed
you
me
pick up
off.
this weapon, you pick up an orb, you have an ult
All
for the
mixed
next
players.
round.
If smoke
You
is
almost
open
didn't
for
want
me,
John Q
hey,
to
we
push on
got
that side
let me
because you
draw
still
it for
have
you.
chokehold to watch
We
the
got
side,
2
play with the team,
duelists.
play maybe a 2-3
That's
to
nice.
cover up that spike and not give a chance here for
We
NW0
have
to
a
start
Sentinel.
loading up his ultimate with the rest of the
Sentinel
squad here,
and,
because you also still
Gecko.
have the Visult
I'm picking
on
Clove.
silence on a very
Why?
fast
because I am a duelist
if they
player,
want to in
and
the next
Close
round.
Kit is very duelist-like.
And as he
She's
walks inside
literally
the site
like
too, he gets to
Phoenix,
see a little bit of util over on the C side if he chooses to
with
explore that. where the
overheal instead of
interceptor could be, where the
instead of
triple could
Molly
be.
healing, and she has smokes. So
But he'll
like,
choose otherwise, so they'll just save this weapon
and
for
she
now
has
towards
like
the spawn.
that
So
decoy
a
grenade,
really good hold in the end for
the
Sentinels
decay
towards that A
grenade.
site.
Like,
Wall coming down, you
and
can
I
really
know
expose yourself
decent
behind that
smokes.
Viper wall, and
I'm
you
never
never really
playing
had that
Brimstone.
surprise factor coming out from less.
Why? Because you will literally never catch me doing a good Molly.
One I think comes down
Or
to
like
those timeouts from
a
Ewok.
useful stim
And the
beacon.
team realizing we can't give them
Sure,
as much
you can
respect.
plant a spike
We
and I
need to
can
take
ult
the
it.
space back.
Any
and
Brimstone can do
Sentinels
that.
has been pushing themselves right up to that line of scrimmage as the round starts. Because if they don't, Les is going to be there. Someone else is going to be in the middle of the map.
Any
They're just
Brimstone
going to
can do
spread
that.
themselves across the map and still get a hit. So I like the way the Sentinels
But
is really getting
if
proactive now.
your teammate locks in Viper and they know the walls, they'll go for the
Yeah.
wall.
So an easy
Same
kill
thing
there
with
for
like
Victor.
Omen. If you're trying to climb as a duelist, solo
Looking at this
queue,
so
I would
far,
go
I kind of like
Omen
the changes
or
in approaches.
Clove.
It almost seems like a
And if you want to
like I
get
say, like
crazy
old
with
school
the
style
U
where
fight,
Sentinels were really known for being really good on flood retakes,
That
right? So they're
requires a
playing a
lot
lot
of
of,
team play.
not a lot, but like they're playing some 4-1 setups, 3-1
I
setups,
wouldn't
3-1-1s, and really just trying to fight to contest one side.
recommend Viper.
You gotta play
I would
soft
do
side
like
on the other
Omen
side.
and
You can flood
Clove.
retake it. It'll work out in your favor.
Even
so
after nerf,
they haven't
who
even
cares
tested
about
for that yet.
smokes for seconds?
And they will now.
Kind of doing the Sen strat here. Redux spot, and then they were able to push front B. This is the
I
one
don't
that
remember
Crew
all.
just
I would
snuffed
never
out.
play Harbor.
They use it themselves.
I've
It's
never
actually
played
gonna be
Nyx.
for a
His
bit of
ult
a lower
sucks.
buy here. Dante getting a good position to use this
Whole
judge.
kit sucks.
And the ult is fine.
Both.
Retake coming in now from Sentinels. Quick buy. Moves out Sadak.
Yeah, they're gonna use these ults. They also have the Vise ult too. Once Sentinel starts flooding in,
Good play.
even up the guns.
Can they rein in? That's the question. Bit of damage done here. They're taking their time though, and Sentinels is doing it right. Les cannot get the space he needs. Obviously pushed out of his ult a little bit here, but it's only a matter of time as Jonah P finishes that one off. And Sentinels within 4. Not something I thought I'd be saying on this first map, but
I
they
still think
are
they
making
lose.
it work.
And that's an incredible stall for Sentinels on that retake. So they get hit by the Nightfall. They have to fight back
Anyway,
inside
what
the
is it
pit,
saying
yet they
about
still get the
controller?
round back as a
Yeah, you
flawless.
play Omen
I think
Clove.
the small mistake that went there
Viper's
for
too
Crew in
hard.
that pulse plant was that
You won't get the
positioning that they had with
communication.
Vise. Silent was actually set up in front of that B main
Harbor's
side, so they could
useless,
actually
but
help
he
out
might be creeping in.
with the ult if needed.
And the
They
other
crossed
ones I'm
over on
forgetting
the,
are probably
far side,
Noxious.
over on
Oh,
the attacker
Brimstone, you
side
need to
first.
know good
So
molly
once you
lineups
recross,
and
try to
decent
help out the team, the door
communication.
got opened up. You have to face up against 2 players.
And I
and
think that's all
there
the
was no ult to
controllers.
help those lower guns inside
crazy how
that
little
site.
controllers
Could help
we
the
have.
judge inside the pit. But at least they get to
I'm looking up
mitigate that
just
damage
so I
and
don't
bleeding a
forget
bit
one.
here from this timeout for
Even
Crew.
if I
Gives a
forget
chance
them,
also
it's
for Ewok
probably
to talk with the team,
never
but
seen. That's why I'm not remembering it.
they're starting to cut it close now for Crew's attack. Advantages are really big for Sentinel so far. 4 ults available for them too, and again,
Astra.
the
Forgot
protocols
about
that they
her.
have for these retakes are
Astra
quite nice.
is something. That
As
is
they're
what I will
continuing to
say.
keep,
Astra is
to
something.
catch Crew off guard here in these forward positions here. They'll be looking quite good to
Is this something
bring
good or
this team
bad?
to potentially
It
overtime.
requires a lot of skill, I will say.
That would honestly be
You gotta know
crazy
your
with
pull
the
timers,
read
you
that
can
Crew
cross your
had
smoke
on the
lineups.
first half of the
You
map.
have good ult
I mean, it
usage
would
with
really
your
spell
wall.
good things for Sentinels to be able
Like if
to
you
one,
wall
reset, you know,
site, you
understand within
you
one
need to
map,
communicate
one
like
half,
what
really
angles
the
there.
problems and the issues are.
If you're cutting off
Being able
all
to kind of
angles, you're
erase
saying,
that
hey,
and
I
bring
left
an
it like
attack
on
side or a
Pearl there,
defensive
for
side
example.
out.
Hey,
That feels good enough to win. 3 in a row so far. It's happened in different ways. They got
I'm
the kill
walling
round,
on like
timed
one.
out,
I
and
don't know the
defused,
site's my
so
name.
they've seen the way
It's
to
the
win
right hand
each
side
of
on
these and
attack.
how it is necessary.
I'm walling it
See if
off, but
12.
the
4
stairs
ults
is
to be
open.
used
Stairs
for
is open.
Sentinels, too.
These
This should be a
stairs.
big round to keep it going.
I'm exhausted talking about
Change it
controllers.
set up as well as we
It's
see
not
from
even my
Sentinels.
role.
They've put
Yeah,
Cortezia
if you
over on
like,
this A
what
side
was I
and
talking
playing
about?
the
Mixed up
stall of the
sucks ass.
Viper
Yeah, I
over
hate
on
mixed
C
players.
with Victor slowly rotating across to help out.
Initiator, I could never
So
really
again, you
play.
have
I could only play Gecko.
The perfect setup really to try to stall as much
With
as you can to play on the
initiators, you
soft
just gotta
side.
know
And
your
the biggest thing is
lineups.
this
It's all
showstopper.
lineups.
Or it's to stop
Your
this
Silverdart, your
C-site
Gecko
attack,
flashes,
or be used for the
your
retake.
Fade Eyes,
As
where
Crew
they
decide
land.
otherwise on the first protocol here to try to default towards C.
Teo's kind of
Pretty
a
quick
weird one. He
smokes. They
doesn't really get
realized
played
over
anymore.
at the C site, cycled over the Omen Smoke and the Viper orb.
I remember when Vito
They throw a fake
came
smoke
out,
towards
one
C.
of the clips was him ulting a Teo ult,
don't like it.
Kept it really there here for Sentinels.
You
and I
already
like
nerfed KOW
this boom
round.
bot. So
Why
another
make
thing
it
that's
do?
very good. Also,
Seems like that was the
Guanyu, for
consideration
information,
for
with
Vito.
Jonapi's Prowler in the
Like,
front, so
Dude's kind of overpowered right now. Let's make a guy for him. And then they nerfed him into the ground at like.
But you don't know that.
But Vito's
Quick turn
ready.
he's
Vito's
seen.
ready,
So,
guys.
yeah, they do know about that insert.
I think
sweeping
Vito's been
around.
underappreciated because we haven't really been able to flash
Not
that.
gonna be anything of knowledge anymore.
Phoenix is kind of creeping in.
Dante wants to go up, relay
Yeah,
bolt
we
there.
saw him
Oh!
on M8 Breeze. Not
Mouse
M8,
mix
who
up there,
played
he
it?
gets to the top of the rope. Doesn't have the aim as Victor just sends the rocket
Might have been
clear into the
Foot or
side as crew now get a few in their favor.
whoever played BBL and
Silence
beat them,
holding for that
Navi.
top side, waiting for the jump down, but they're not going to know it was a teleport. Redux just trying to
No,
buy
it's
some
been
time.
Turtle
Maybe if he gets
Fire.
pushed, he gets a kill.
John so far though.
But yeah, so far. In a final round, they
I think
throw.
right now
No,
it's
the
kind of
ultimate, they
semi.
rip it out, though.
People are kind of semi-testing the meta.
Too, but all of them are going to close that gap.
But maybe they're just counting up
Big
wins
play
in
not to
the
happen.
nice
Sadak for the
axe.
final kill and crew.
Maybe they're just
Take
counting
the
up
first map 13-8 over Sentinels.
Oh, just
you
a
know, Neon and
unfortunate
Judge
play
are
for Sentinels for
eventually
that
gonna get
retake. The
nerfed, and
showstopper
then
not
it's probably
getting
going
any
into
value.
like a
Also,
Phoenix
once
meta.
again, another insert from
Flash.
NW0 inside that pit to get these drops. Crew reading them from A to Z and having a convincing first map
Yeah,
over Sentinels here.
I think a slow start overall for Sen.
Yeah.
Started to pick it up.
Here we go.
A slicer with a Neon, a slicer with a Viper, a
Yep.
slicer with a
All right, so they
Slarber,
just
and then a wall
Viper.
for Redux. So
Yeah,
scaling on the attack side should be
This
on
is
paper
cool.
a lot
I like
easier to do for
this.
Sentinels.
That
They'll
interests
have
me
this
a
right now
lot.
for Crew if they could stop that. And on
Harbor
their
on
side,
Breeze, you're
they're
just
pulling up the chamber,
saying is
to try to
creme.
help
This
out
is
here,
like
but
the more
interestingly enough, also using an Omen
more
instead
used
of
to
the
meta you'll see.
Astra or Harbor themselves.
This
So
is
I guess
experimental
Sadak
as
is also
shiz.
adding a lot of importance
I
into playing
like
to
you'll never see a
into,
good
verticality,
ISO.
which I think, quite honestly,
That's
outside
not
of,
what I
like,
meant.
the
You'll never
the
see
Harbor
it
wall,
like
sorry,
a comp.
the verticality could be
You're like,
quite good for
who
this
should we
Omen
pick on
against this
fifth?
comp
It'll
for
never go
Sentinels.
to
Yeah, if you're gonna get into a wall
ISO.
game, why not? Figure
Unless
out
you have
where
Redux
people
on your
have been
team.
feeling safe and make it unsafe. Honestly, on the defensive side, it's like when you're getting sliced,
Show me
where are the
something,
spots
Redux.
you're gonna be hiding, right?
They
How do
acknowledge,
know
hey, that was
who's gonna be
stupid putting
coming
me
from
on
what
controller.
wall or
Let's
what
just go double
intersection
duos.
that's created by all of these different walls. We're about to see in just a few seconds as we get in. See the players getting real ready. And this is going to be tough. If they don't get their aim on, Crew, again, they could walk all over Sen here to start the map. We did see Sen with a bit of resurgent at the end of map 1. It's the fact that they can carry it now into Breeze to make it count.
I'm so stoked to watch the second map too. Victor on a Neon 2 is also
Yeah, this is just a Viper map, if you didn't know.
You could pretty much
The Viper
identify
walls
Victor
are
with Neon
insane on this
Fracture
map.
back in the Optic days, but we'll hold that and see how it develops.
It is
as Sentinels
Viper
take
and
the
Harbor,
upper
so the
hand on the
walls will
attack
go
side with all
crazy.
these walls and gets the plant over on A.
No problem. Victor just be in there. Jonah P starts off the first blood of second
Jonah
map.
P's, Sova
taking
is pretty good.
down Dante. And that's going to slow down. Sadak, though, is not going to slow
No
down.
reason to
It's
beat
the
this
same
guy, by the
thing
way.
they did coming from Sion Lotus, and now they're going to be hitting the
No
site
reason
from
to
the
peek
other
him.
side. The two-pronged attack just leaving Sentinels wondering which way they need to look. And Crew drop them.
They
and
sent
defuse, and
3 to
only
kill
Dante
one dude and
was
then
the one
lost
to go down.
2.
And you see the difference on the triple swing from both sides.
Jeez.
Two sides of the coin, night and day. For Sentinels right here, the first jiggle.
I
The
don't
other two
understand what the
hesitate. Second one
comms are
goes
like.
out
Who's
alone. The
calling
other
that
third
shit?
just gave it up.
And then
While here,
whoosh.
it's three
Like, you
guys
killed
swinging
the
out for
Neon,
a
just
smoke.
go back.
We
Play
had
post plant.
different opportunities here on both sides to win and even up here the post plant scenarios, and even Sadak can believe how
He
easy it
said
was
something
for him to hold
about their
that flank.
Sentinels, question mark.
They just redid the same strat. Different map, same strat. It applies.
It looks bad, bro.
Overlay the two and watch it back. This is crazy, Vans. And they start off with that momentum. It's exactly what the first half looked like.
Yeah.
Or map, I should say.
I was going to mention here with all these agents you currently have for Sentinels, the post plant should be quite good as well, and how you could cycle a lot of these walls too and make it difficult for a solo Sova to get info for the team. But
Here comes
the
Sova.
guns are good. Sentinels trying to go for a plant over on this B side, and this is a great opener at least here to bring the econ back on their side.
Safety
Nice.
behind the walls. They're able to deny the
Stamina's
recon.
not
That's
good.
actually huge as they get a trade back in their favor.
Okay,
I'm
they
not
got the
sure how this is happening.
Marshall
But
and
we don't
Neon.
ask questions.
Yeah, which is
Oh.
absorb.
Yeah, just absorb. To be. A little creep up
Ouch,
from
what was that?
Dante. Might backstab someone, but they are going to react
There you go.
fast and be able to cover each other right over their
Paranoia
shoulder.
misses.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
gosh.
Nobody can react. He gets another 2 judge kills. We saw it last time. Sadak over
Good
the wall. He's going to catch
retake.
the back of Jonah P as well. It falls apart so fast. The Pistols were in such good position, but again, they're only Pistols, and Crew knew they could crunch down.
Yeah, the paranoia with the relay bolt just to cover over on the ladder sides. There was no way that Sentinels could really cut the crossfire with the 2-2 setup.
It's just expected from a Neon with a judge.
Relay bolts there on the other side, and they're stunned.
Yeah.
That's just so difficult there for Sentinels. But the
I
idea
can't
was
hear
right.
them when they talk, so what's the point of
We just
replaying?
weren't ready for that combination, and also at least they get the plant. They did some good econ damage too. They almost made it doable.
There's John QT
God,
have
both maps,
4
he's starting off
ult
crazy. I think
force.
Sadak had ult third
Or-
round on
or-
Lotus, too.
Ult
He is
charges.
just fragging out.
I remember even on Lotus, it was Sentinels that want pistol, and they got eco'd after on that second round, right? So
I think
yeah, you're
EMA
right.
is happening,
Holy
but
moly.
I'm more invested
So
into
Crew
America, so
definitely
obviously.
has what it takes to play with confidence. How they could snowball these early halves here for both of these maps so far. And they're looking here with this bonus round to get some good damage by pushing all the way down and getting information.
That's
First
ISO.
blood for less.
Very interesting. Honestly,
I think
really
just
only
ISO's
seeing
an
Mono
ass
stuff
agent
like
and
that
needs
for
to
energy,
rework.
jumping out, being a moving
His ult
sentry,
is
and then
completely
back up so
ass,
somebody
bro.
can come out and swing.
And that's what I was talking about. Dante with
Compared
the
to
All
other
Knights, when he
duelist
was playing
ults
in
like Jet
2024, going
Waylay,
up
like
into
it's
Ascensions
so
with,
like
you know, the 2G
you're telling me he
against
can
the 2G's
die in
rosters,
this
where we're
shit.
talking about other Neons
Obviously
like
you can die when you
Spike, for
fight
example.
Jet ult, but
Now
it
you're starting to
saves
see the
like
true value here of what
a
Dante
Vandal
brings.
in cost.
Why it was picked up by Crew in the first place, and why maybe the decision of Crew is to continue forward with Dante as his star duelist, build around instead of Keston. Went over to Envy.
Silence able to just shut down any knowledge of going on over at the
Is
B
this
site.
like low
And
IQ
activated
Neon?
Sentinels
What the
here.
fudge is this?
Spamming a bit through the wall, making sure they can get some tap damage down. And they're going to have to
Apparently
survive
Harbor
this
got
onslaught now
reworked.
to come in from Crew.
His
That's
ult
your
is
best case
completely
scenario to play
ass.
mini Gulag
I
inside
should
of that
actually
smoke,
run
and
it
there was
again.
so much util coming
So I had
towards
an
you.
enemy
Still
harbor.
stalls there.
I was like, what the fudge is this guy? And he looks like ass now.
Waiting. The shotgun doesn't come out big from that time as John Cutie and Victor able to come up
1v2.
huge here. And now
They
it's
don't
left up to
consider him.
Silence. The kill over at B brings that power back
3
to the A site.
headshots and TP.
Runs in. Tries to close that gap. Against Victor here, standing in for the squad, goes for the defuse. Victor with a quick peek check. Oh!
Nice shot.
He goes for the insta repeat, which Silence is ready for. And he gets the quick defuse. Plenty of time here, and Crew are able to lock down the bonus.
Ah, that's the thing. Plenty of time where he shouldn't have had that time.
It's cooked. Like
After he
Sentinels
tapped
look
onto that spike on the
absolutely.
1v1,
Everyone's
just before he
sitting
got
like
there,
touching
too, he
himself
had
like,
to
oh
book
my
it with a
gosh,
knife
I have
out.
to
So
deal
Victor
with
heard
this
all
shit.
of that the whole time. And
Oh
then when
my
you tapped
gosh.
on the spike, you still made noise as you were diving into a pool. So you know that he's still off spike. Yet you still want to try to go for the jiggle to try to catch your opponent off guard. On the instant tap. And yeah, that is
it guarded?
very nicely done in the end for Silent. On the reaction time with even a chamber shot at the beginning.
He's calling 911.
Red Bull Clutch exciting the Argentinian watch party here.
Thank
We
God
see
we
them
can skip
live
this.
checking in on the
Victor,
team.
do not
Gonna
call
be
a tech pause because you
So
lost.
at least right now for Sentinels, they're making the combination of this
It's
top
cooked
work
nice.
in terms of hitting hard, hitting fast, getting plant down. Pulse plant scenario is a different story right now. And this time they might have
I
the
guarantee
extra
you
slice
Sen
needed
put
here
like so
with
much
this
effort
ult
into
from
like
John Cutie.
breeze. It's not like expecting their opponents would like not be good at it.
Water
And like just
through.
expect the other team to ban it. No, that's
After
reason.
walls. And now they swarm. Haven't really entered the site just yet.
I
They're
saw
going to go
shield
for the
though.
left side and try to route the defense. Crew's kind of reading this. MW Zera feels what's going down, and Sadak is just kind of looking left and right in the back, but keeping himself alive
That's how
somehow.
I associate with you.
Now this page Silence rotated so fast. Cortezia sits him down.
GG.
Oh,
Guaranteed.
That's the one
Guaranteed
good use of
round now.
ISO ult, and he got it. He doesn't
there
even
it
need
is.
it.
4 for Redux on that, beautifully done in the ISO.
That's
And
the only
pace
time
of that
ISO
hit
is
was
good
big,
as an
and they
agent.
couldn't go
When
for
you
the
can
regular right
recharge
side
your
hit. They've done it
shields,
too much. A little to the
break,
left, switch
recharge,
it up.
break, recharge, break,
Very
recharge,
the play.
and then in a 2v1 ultimate hit
Good
him.
thing that you have something like Redux stepping up to the plate again, having to go nuclear. Another 4K in the round to keep a round in for
Yeah.
Sentinels in this fight. But I think what's really seems to be hurting them too when they're actually executing with all of these walls.
He
I was
actually
about to
got
mention,
it
there's so
off
many
for one
walls that
round.
a Silva dart should not get too much value. But so far, every time NW0 has been dropping a recon dart behind enemy lines, it has pinged out players on their executions.
My
was bold.
word. It's a little inside the park ace there.
Can we replay that?
Redux is feeling it right now, and they continue to fly through. This is the kind of stuff
Neon
we were
is
waiting
on
for Redux
site.
to do as well. Coming online and just looking unstoppable. This Sean QD.
There's too
feels the
much
sixth
shiz. He's
sense
gonna
of
get
someone
caught
behind
here.
him here.
Yeah, Sentinels read that too.
Ooh, good
Expecting a
repost.
TP on top of the
They're saving.
paranoia thrown by Sadak, and as they re-clear it, it was an easy kill to do as they held it inside of that smoke behind the drone. So kind of using a drone as a bait to get the punish onto Sadak, so that was really nice.
So what is this harbor rework?
Now they start early, a
they
5 versus
switch
2.
off him.
Even with a spike plan and a pulse plan, they're trying to chase down the last 2 players of Crew, and this is a great answer back,
So
though.
I saw he opened up like a
Since the
panel
last
instead
couple
of
of
just
rounds
placing
that
the smoke.
didn't pan out in their favor.
What did
in
he
these
used
pulse
to have?
plans.
He used to have his dome,
Be nice to give Victor a few points here.
his push river, and his wall.
It's almost like a
And
double
his
take.
ult
It's like,
was a
wait a minute,
tsunami
that is
around
a
you.
person. But that is John Cutie cleaning it up. 3-2.
Do you really
This is kind
deserve
of where
a
we started the
rework? He looks
first map as well,
shizzier
before it
than
was 4-2, and then just Crew sprinting away with a lead.
that's
Looks
lucky.
like Ewok's getting what he asked for. The aim is a bit more online with that warm-up of the first map here for Sentinels.
You could almost
This
say
is
that
what I'm
we're
saying. I said put
cruising.
Redux on a
Oh, I was
fudging
gonna say don't do it.
Oh, I'm
You
sorry.
should know.
duelist. I didn't say ISO.
I don't
That
know
was
if I can stop
surprising,
you, though.
but still, look at
Never.
him now.
4-3 ults ready here for the side of Crew.
Dude will definitely pull out the
Yeah,
Total
this
Pulse
is
right
new.
now for
What
silence.
is
So
this?
he's been very, very good holding up and anchoring this B site, but he's actually trying to use it for mid control quite early. They haven't seen too much early presence out on the side of Sentinels in
giving,
front of
like,
B,
an
but they're
omen
also making
smoke?
sure that they're rolling over all the rocks by throwing out this smoke on the ground. On the attack side, actually, to control
Show
the
me
orb
more
for
harbor.
Sentinels.
He obviously
You're
has
ready
his
to activate
dome,
on mid.
right?
Put that wall up, fire a dart down, get your drone up. You can see Crew is just waiting, but they're going to have these this elbow insert of just basically every
He didn't
member
break
of
it.
Sentinels come through here. Silence goes to fight it. He's going to peek it again. That is a choice. Victor takes him down quite easily. Maybe thinking that would have been solidified as he went through, but they did not on the orb. So it is going to be a B take here from Sentinels. Pretty easily taken with pistols.
I
to
fell
come back.
asleep and
And
missed
that's a solid
harbors.
assist for Jonah with the Owl drone too, because he couldn't get the ping, but he got all
Yeah,
the
yeah.
info. So they
All right,
stopped
let
the
me shut
bleeding
my
too.
ass up. They
You
might
saw
go to
the
3.
positioning was quite nice from the Dota false set up by Silence. They attempted the shock dart to break down the shield.
Oh
to
my
get that
gosh,
first blood.
Redux.
Although we'll hold that thought
Yeah,
though.
you're dog shit,
Sadak
Victor.
is back with the bandit.
He's not too hurt either. Still has a few shots to take in this
It
situation.
wasn't a
but they got a lot of work
1v5?
to do too.
Yeah, and you're hoping you don't need to use it, but this should still be a Sentinels round because they have that Hunter's Fury available for Jonah P, who's already playing off-site, so they're in prime position here to settle up and secure this.
Last player standing.
Instead
They
of
still
run
win.
and
They
gun,
still
it's
win.
gun and run. Pick it up and do the work. Oh my gosh. Nice damage there by MW0 at the end, but it's going to be Sentinels round, and that's the important part.
That's a nice
They
flick
are,
behind.
they are having to battle through these quite a bit, but it's better that they're getting them in the W column.
Yeah.
That one.
It was a nice try, though, and again, I
Whatever
think it's
this was.
Crew put themselves in the right positions as well
Yeah.
after they saw that harbor smoke in front of that B site controlled. Okay, the rotate should be coming back here somewhere else.
Should I take a
There's
timeout
no
or should
pressure
I
coming
talk
from
about
the
it?
front B site, so you are trying to
By the way, I see the
3-3.
bear.
close in.
Yeah.
To close in
This is
and try to
promising
break
for
the shields.
Sentinels. This guy's talking. That's his glasses.
All right.
I like
What do we
Sentinels
have
playing
here
though.
from timeout?
Just pump it into Redux. Pause.
That actually is a lot more in like the chatter and back and forth for what Crew is doing. Last time Zonic was kind of just here and there offering advice, but yeah, he has some stuff
Crew
to say.
timeout.
So feeling like he has to get in the ear of the team more so on Breeze.
I feel like
as
they
Sentinels
sold that. Like,
kept this even.
did Redux peak with a pistol? I feel
From
like
the
he
looks of
did.
it, again, the last round was a little bit more of a.
And he was like
mixed
wide
bag that he kinda
swinging
had with a
weirdly.
couple of players
Like
being quite low.
he did a wide swing and then
They
shot
were
when his
quite
crosshair
punished
was
easily
off him.
When on Lotus they
What?
weren't. When they were throwing a couple of rounds when
Maybe
they wanted to
normal
try
guys,
to play
maybe
aggro
normal.
with
Are you
Util
waiting
to
for
follow
Victor
up
to get kills?
and allowing Dante to activate a bit to get an opener. He's been sat down right away.
Yeah.
What's
Has a
been good for them,
1v1
at least
by the
in
way.
terms of the results,
Getting
is
down
how
to a
good
1v1.
they've been on just attacking back off the Sentinels as soon as Sentinels gets on site. So they didn't want to leave that space for Sentinels to take so that they could just start flooding back on that side. And you're seeing here, at least from the setup at the beginning of this round, that they're not trying to go for any of these type of trap plays. They're just trying to control and maintain again from the look of the smoke here of the Omen of Sadak.
Alright, timeout because
Take
they
a
have
listen to
ult.
Sen here, see how they're feeling about
be
these
patient.
rounds.
Gotcha.
Hold the top with me when it fades.
I'm peeking off
Yeah,
you,
yeah,
mid,
yeah.
I mean.
Yeah. They use another
he
open
has to
smoke.
be
They
here.
want a main. Okay, just listen to me. Yeah, they want a main. Come forward. We're gonna do 4A split. For mid and Sova solo A. Yeah, sorry.
Can we peek
Yeah,
this
yeah,
together,
yeah.
Victor?
Yeah,
I'm going wide. 3, 2, 1.
I'm gonna just stay mid and watch flank, okay?
Just I think you can
It's
just,
gonna
drop,
be-
you can just use your shield from close and we just
Sova
go.
John elbow, I think. Sova John elbow.
Yeah, I think they might be in the orb. You gotta cover. Tell me when to jump.
Take bomb.
We need to get
Popping shield,
going.
yeah.
Get going.
Wall down.
Just trying to think of everything that could
Yeah,
kind of
doors.
buff their situation.
saying you
Someone's in
touch
the
one.
orb,
Nothing
someone's
in my
here.
I have neon.
One flanking elbow.
Nothing breaks. I'm blind.
Hey, hold on.
Dead.
Nice.
Yo, kill him, kill him.
Just go at me, go at me.
Get a smoke. Open smoke. Dead. Nice. I can ult him. I'm ulting him. Okay, waiting.
Go at me.
He's blind on the left. Default. Sight. I want blind yellow. I'm an ulted out.
Omen is yellow.
One chamber.
His body's
He ulted
yellow.
out.
Chamber nice,
The
chamber
way
nice.
they're
Careful,
closing in
careful,
on
you
these
could've
calls
TP'd
is so
her.
cool to
I got
see.
it.
30
Alright.
seconds.
I'm blind and
Play
safe.
time.
4v2. Chamber has up.
Chamber was nice. He was nice.
I'm smoking your right, Vic.
Alright.
Okay, well done.
I'm just going with
Flank.
Flank. Nice.
W bait.
You're my savior.
Lord's got.
Off, you should chase.
He
Yeah,
should
the
chase
wall
it.
up
Neon
and down
chase,
here,
so you can
forcing
run.
the gun to come out, and you already see it now. Silence
was
forced
nest,
to
okay,
fall
he
back
TP
and
nest.
save his
I
off.
mean, I don't know if it was mid TP, but he was
Looks
here.
very
and he
good
TP
here
nest,
for the
so-
comms of Sentinels as, I mean, if you guys don't know, John Cutie,
Yeah.
we all know him like that. But he was basically calling they want the A main, let's try to just go for
That
heavy
was
4
great
players
comms,
on
by the
middle.
way.
It was
I was
dangerous
so
because if
locked
you
in
look
on
from
the
the mini
comms.
map though, you already had 4 players contested on that side of crew on the other side. What
Right.
really helped Sentinels to really start opening things up though is not only on Jonah P's droning on the A side to get the info if they actually took control of main, but it also allows here for saying, okay, well it's empty here, we can actually ult into the doors and start activating that spot, and you
Yeah.
saw the bloodbath and the trades come in favor of Sentinels right after.
And
So
it trickled down from the somebody's
Correct.
maybe an orb. Okay, there's only one site. You know they're all towards mid. Then one of those players is going to get hit by the kill contract no matter what, basically.
comes to show how fast you have to pivot from time to time
Exactly.
too, based on the macro you're trying to bring at the beginning of the round. So
Enemy
great
remaining.
pivot and calls, and all the players on Sentinels seem quite vocal towards what
Okay,
they want when they want to
Sentinels.
start activating as well. It's not only
At
on
least the
John Curie
comms are
setting up the
flowing.
plan, but it's your duelists too, looking for the setup.
You did get that initial though. Okay, listen, this is where we're gonna.
Yes, yes.
There's a point when the round is his. It's very cool to see. All right, 4-3. Sentinels grab the lead here. The first time in the series, really.
Nice
And it's
shot.
going to be Silence looking to get this round back. Less hiding with the classic over
Nice
here on
ding.
the right side.
How much is happening?
This Redux is going to make quick work of him. John Cutie with the Phantom, and they're kind of getting scattered
Good
on
for
this
Red.
Sova ultimate. As they get the plant down, Sentinels are in a pretty good position.
Yeah, still winning good fights too. Although all of them kind of isolated, they still have numbers. Unfortunately though, that's going to change.
Enemy remaining.
John Cutie has to come up huge again on the 1v1 inside the gulag and gets it now for
Nice.
Sentinels.
Oh, he's standing up. Sit, bro. Sit.
It
You're
almost
not
looked
the
like he was gonna
winners of
fall
Master
apart though
Madrid.
for how he executed for Sentinels in the first place. It feels like we.
I didn't
Our
buy
team's
wall.
gone.
I was about to say.
I didn't buy
Because there was a gap there on the top of Nest. Why are they scaling up there with a wall and then a free kill from the top of Nest? And then looks like John Cutie realized here that he didn't buy a wall. Couldn't wall up and section off the top of
Yeah.
Nest into the B site, but still gets a 4K for the team. So he saved himself from the embarrassment.
Looking good.
So what,
Timeout's
he can
not gonna
add
matter here
his
for the side of
heal?
crew. Sentinels
What does that mean?
just
What does it
pushing
cost to add his
through.
heal?
And actually put everybody, I say everybody, but we still see Cortezia on the left side of the map here towards A for a bit of ruckus in the beginning of the round. Make the
Two
noise,
judges.
drone it out, bring the crew defense to this side. But it doesn't look like they're biting to this play just yet, fans.
And this is good old
damage.
signature Sadak play
By
calls
good, I
with the
mean
judge.
0.
and try to find your timing. So he gets droned out, but he repositions himself because of that second smoke that came through, and it was no pressure coming out here from the Sentinel squad.
Swinging together once again. You can almost still hear it in their heads. 1, 2, 3.
It's a good
as they
stack.
get themselves to safety. And yeah, Crew still reads it again. Sadak just completely moving with Sentinels on the other side of the map.
And they're okay with that for Sentinels too. It almost looked like they were trying to cut rotates in the first place by having Cortesia inserted, but after that, if they're trying to go for the site hit, you still have a pit to work out with for. And then they make sure they grab this orb too, so you're sectioning a lot of that site.
30 seconds left.
What the
Big
fudge is that?
dividers
Oh,
going through. Dante wants to be in their face, and he's able to successfully capitalize with 2 to start. Sprinting over is Sadak to already be on the mid side, so nobody can rotate out or lurk on his team. He's going to go for the backstab as Les and the rest of the team make quick work of what's in the site. Wait a minute,
jeez,
Professor.
your dog is.
Class is in session for a moment here. Can he get himself to safety? He doesn't realize he's still surrounded. And Les is just about to creep into the situation with
Got
eyes
down.
on the
That's kinda
prize.
crazy.
Jonah P goes down there, and Crew, they correct any mistakes on that one, but lose
This
a
is
few
a bad
members.
cycle.
Crazy that they get that around though from inserting a judge on both sides, both extremities. And right over here, that scaling, the wall is actually pushed all the way out towards ladder for them to try to scale on that left side. But then Dante just found his timing again.
They're scared of one judgment.
Getting more impact frags this time around than what he showed in terms of numbers on that first map of Lotus, but definitely making this salvageable for Crew as they were starting to lose a lot of rounds here since this round number 4. Sentinels are looking pretty good with how they're operating here on their attack side. Looking at these positioning, they're looking for this early mid control.
Fast. They've actually expected people to be here in mid to fight right away, so they
he does have a
really
wall.
want to get themselves into the fight as soon as possible.
Thought they removed.
Walls on walls to get the space they need, and they only have to look at a few angles here. Whoa! See, Dante's actually going to peek out of that one on his own. Still goes for more. He's going to get 3 Vans. How is he doing this? No way! Back and forth, the pillar
just
has
tapping
saving
heads.
grace to be able to get a 4K in sight, and Silence finishes that one off just towards the spawn side. What an amazing round from Dante.
And that's what I'm talking about. Jumping through, sliding across, isolating the first
Bang.
fight right over here through the
I think
harbor
Victor
wall.
should be
But
out there
secondly,
now.
Getting info from his teammate.
I don't know what
There's
he's
2 players
scared of.
pushing him. He gets the assist, which is less here from the snake bite. But just realizing the timing of how he could pick up these fights is such a difference.
I love when
Dante.
we saw them coming through tunnel, you saw him peek the wall, and you're like, oh, he knows they're coming. He'll hide, slides out. Like crazy,
He almost
crazy
has,
play.
He almost has to put the Dios back into his name because he's playing God mode right now.
Yeah, yeah. I agree with that. He's actually taken a moment to realize what he just did in spawn. His Silence gets a kill. He'll still be over towards the A action with Victor going down, slowing down Sentinels here
It's
to
probably
start.
7-5,
And this looks like
right?
it might just fizzle out altogether. Late to the round,
Okay, bro.
second to the party. Dante picks up Cortesia.
Okay, right.
Oh my gosh, those look close. John Cutie doesn't take too much to the wall. None, actually.
And he's just trying to
Just
keep them
hanging.
at base so the other guys could activate here on the other side of the site, hoping to get a kill.
My ult is ready.
Jeez. Just cat and mouse on this wall.
Player standing.
Yeah, this could be a tough one to get out
Yeah,
of.
go crazy.
Redux takes a shot. Doesn't even get to open his eyes when he wakes up from the nightmare. 6-5 here for Crew.
I think a bad timing in the end because there was 2 guys over on that A side too, and I think he was trying to just ulti for somebody close and then hopefully his teammate could trade if he dies, but I think he lost his teammate just in the last second. And that becomes a freebie because the rest of Crew could just collapse onto John Cutie towards the door.
Yeah,
and that's
they're
it.
just hitting
Cortesia
shiz.
right at the bricks.
That hit on the trademark trap just right out in the open. So many little things are getting caught on here on the side of Sen. But can they get the 6th round? They had that 5-round surge before Crew was able to battle back. And it looks like they're just going fundamental sight hit on this
King's
one, or
the
it's just a
trip.
default sight hit. Straight through,
Walls go up.
still getting spammed by Sadak. Why wouldn't it be?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. So now the 3v5, Dante finds another one there. You can see the assists coming through, the trademark hit as well. And yeah. Oh,
Bang.
little tricks are catching Sentinels off guard.
Oof, that's bad.
Quick trade there slows down the fight, but it looks like Sentinels are not going to be getting out of this one alive. John Cutie and Jonah P left alive here, the two with the veteran status on this squad that you'd be looking for to capitalize on a round like this.
1v3.
And it's only going to be John Cutie.
What did I say? 7-5.
Down there it is, 7-5 for Crew. They're kind of playing with their food at this point, knowing where they are, just taking their time and deciding who can get it. And Crew seem to.
Who cares about these ads? Did the coaches get to talk to them during halftime?
Sentinels map of Breeze to play the Flood retake, man. Sure, but when they went back to the tried and true of this very map of Breeze to play the Flood retake, man, was it looking good for them. Now on the attack side, though, with the Neon at the point. Redux is already low HP, trying to walk down, though.
Destabilizing.
Tries to get that cut through. And Victor will get a little bit off it.
Already on B.
But it doesn't look like they want to push too far. Shots across the map are happening.
Nice
and
shot.
is able to pick back up on that. Then the shoulder shot to Redux, low HP.
Nice shot.
What an opening of B site, just like that. And Sent probably felt like they had control of the round right there.
This is scary. Both of them too with Sheriffs. I mean, it's Sheriffs across the board.
No.
But less with the Sheriff is always good.
Cannonballs? What is happening here? They're gonna let him keep going.
What is that sound on the gun?
Aces in this game, aren't we?
Oh, no.
Okay. Jonah P's one shot. Cortezia, so 3 more, and he's through this. Oh God.
Everyone's gonna ace.
Oh God. Oh God. Vans. Una mas. Oh, doesn't get it.
Yeah.
They were just going for it too. It was a gentleman's agreement up there for a moment. You love that. Just on the side, silence is like, all right, I'll wait. You guys go ahead.
The fact that he falls is just like, wait up. Let me just go back on the boxes and try to find him again.
Oh my gosh.
And that's the thing. It was a great start for Sentinels by pressuring down towards that middle. But because they had to leverage John Cutie to even slice up the mid side, they had to give up the B site. You had 2 players that are able to lurk in. So John gets the first easy kill, but then never saw Les sneak through. And then you see how much damage Les could do now when he's given these opportunities.
Revealing area.
Now, once again, Sentinels have to fight backs against the wall, just trying to farm up ults as much as they could, and that definitely will be heard here from the side of Silence, who calls that aggressive B push. But then for the rest of the crew, they're doing the same thing, controlling the A side orb, making sure here that the drone's going to get some good info for the team. This is an interesting Viper wall, though, giving a lot more space than usual and just trying to punish players through the line of scrimmage. Crew just wants to wait for it. Comes down. Here comes the fights.
Honestly, it's so awkward to be in this front space.
Jeez.
Fighting back and forth. Dante has been cruising into these positions so well right now. Less hiding. They're just
GG.
quick work of Sentinels right now. The smokes are up. They're playing a cat and mouse game, letting Sentinels make the first move. Honestly, it's just patience right now, but it looks like fast play from Crew. They're just kind of letting it fall into their hands.
Yeah. Like I said, they wanted to play it safe. The drone doesn't spot anybody. You have no real information outside of the orb being tapped towards that B site, and you have no active info towards middle, so you don't know if they're walking down mid, if they're stacking B, if they're stacking A. So now you just got to make sure that the team stays as a group. The wall comes down, they find all that information, and now they have better weapons to fight against. So, again, through any type of pressured scenario, they seem very, very stoic right now for Crew for these fights.
They have less walls.
Yeah.
Using the walls that they have. Oh my gosh, Dante going in so fast. I don't know if anybody would have lived through that here. Let's see if they can get another round in their favor as MW Zera starts off quick. They have a say though. Finally, they have a say. It has not been Sentinels able to attack back right away.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my God. How? Sadak with a beautiful kill from behind, and the backstab is now at the 2v2, waiting to get control of the site before the full plant. They're looking to help each other before they do that. That's in the open. Oh, he's in the open. He still stays alive though on the swing. Cortezia is there to get it. It just looks like they are okay with taking each other toe to toe in these situations instead of getting the swings in, playing it proper. They're kind of losing the moment to play the game.
And not afraid of baiting out the spike plant. So they tap it every single time, always double swung towards the end too. They're playing with a lot of confidence right now, knowing that they could just outduel Sentinels so far. and they almost made it happen in our bonus round. Remember, it was Spectres, Bulldogs. Definitely a huge sign of relief there for Ewok.
Yeah.
But again, control of the economy, understanding where the state of the game right now. You've wasted so many weapons on the side of Sentinels that your buy now is full of half shields. They pull out an Outlaw here for Silence, and he's been really good on the scope this time around. Mimi talked about dueling for the side of Crew. That always falls in their favor, so why not use these Outlaws against them?
He's a B, guys.
Oh, era isso, veio de Vandalen, talvez.
Acaba no seu contato, Dante.
Tá, beleza.
O Waze tava lá na base.
Mano, eu tenho certeza que nenhum tá DV de
Ok. Acho que começa ronando ali atrás.
Drone, eu posso fazer uma mole se você tem tanta certeza.
Isso. Faz essa mole aí, mano.
Vou dronar o A.
Oh, drone é novo, drone é novo.
So early info towards A
Avançada
main.
aqui. Nenhum avançada A.
Neon tá. Dá para aplicar? B? B, tá B.
Quem que era?
So patient
Neon,
here.
provável.
Waiting for that time tick down before they activate. You see the spike down already, and they're, yeah. This is kind of what they did on Lotus. Go, insert, find things, let them rotate, and Les will be there to give them a hug.
And there's the next insert from Baron that's chamber in the front side while they're making noise.
Jeez.
Oh, vamos pela esquerda.
Always playing with somebody behind their backs here. On these backstabs for Sentinels.
He's still ready. Les again. Another one an elbow as we rotate.
Tava CT, não foi CT. Sim, foi CT.
Caralho, velho.
Atrás de você, Sérgio.
Tá me ouvindo?
It's like a round of who's watching who so far here in this defensive side. John Q did as much as he could on a 5 versus 1. But man, that was clinical there by Crew. Very well dissected that map. As they saw the neon, looks like Sentinels have to be a little bit more active around the map, trying to find the information. They peek out in the open to get punished instantly. And then now you have so much of the map to work with. While Sentinels are plugging the gaps for the other spots, they get backstabbed right after.
And a timeout from Sen right away. After the round, we see the team everyone.
Almost think again 25 blocks yet. Let's see if this works out. Let's get the feel of the game.
Sentinels will lose.
So you're seeing like everybody pretty much best in slot right now for Crew.
And Sen as well. I mean, I've been loving watching Victor play again. He first into the fights, no hesitation on what he needs to do on the neon. Just honestly riding a bike for Victor to get back in here. So that's been awesome to see, and he's getting it.
And that was the thing with Optic Gaming too. When he was trying to create space for the team, he was doing so. Yes, he was dying a lot in his scenarios, but he was actually activated enough for the rest of the team to follow behind. I want to see that more from Sentinels too, just to make sure that they were working in tandem to go for these team fights into their favor.
Sheriff damage is the name of the game for Sen this time. So maybe pick up a side weapon here.
Why is
he somebody with 3 members of the team? No. There's one, but it's only an outlaw. It's not going to bring the round back into your favor per se.
Welcome to my world.
Especially with a pit trying to retake with an outlaw, gonna be tough.
Yeah, they want that.
Doesn't work as well as a shotgun. Sadak on an elevation again. The man lives up here.
That's what we're talking about too. The elevation that would be a pain point to deal with for the side of Sentinels. Although not seeing anybody yet.
No distractions.
Favoring that Omen over the Astro, and we can see how many little things he can do with it. Tricks
ulted
he
with a
plays,
sheriff
the shots he makes, Redux takes him down though in the end. 4K for Redux to defuse. 2 come through here as long as he doesn't cut the wrong wire. And they're good for another round. Let's see it. 10-7.
Redux is trying his ass off.
That's another 4K from Redux, and also winning the ult with a Sheriff. He domain expansion with a Sheriff and still won it. Look at his retake. One through the smoke. Okay, that's a lucky one. And that activated the kill contract for him, so that was a huge kill to take. For the side of Redux to allow Sentinels to win this one here.
Yo, we can
win! There it is. There it is. Cubert's happy now, too. He's not getting squished to death. We're on the up. Let's see what happens. All right.
That was a huge round to win, too. An eco round for Sentinels. Now they have a lot of economy. Now Victor can bring out the op, and he scores that first blood.
Victor with the op. As if we forgot.
Now watch a good neon. He's going to slide. Okay, jeez.
He says pull. Dante
He didn't slide. He jumped.
Dante is sat down. Another one here towards the top. Your top fragger for Sen right now. John Cutie putting another one on the board and putting a little bit of stink on it. And now this 5v2, they look to get a flawless round as they're going to start trading with the ops.
Dude, he's got the killer look right there for John Cutie, man. He wants to win this game. He wants to pull the team back right now, and it feels like they've done so with amazing two-off kills.
You don't win games off
Victor.
one round. You win games
here for the rest of
one
crew,
round
they're
at
gonna
a
have to
time.
save, because as much as it was pretty one-sided in the second half, they're also finally down to their last expenses for crew visa.
That made no sense.
They might have to start using their visas now to hopefully get a decent buy in the next around this op and his handle that they're going to save.
Jonah P ult coming online.
30
Viper ult going to come online here. A lot of ways to just sync up more rounds for the defensive side.
Get aggressive.
And then you kind of have a fail-safe if you do need to screen through with the overdrive. Should be an easy win. 15 seconds here for Sentinels. The timeouts are paying off, though. I gotta say, some of them have just not mattered from coaches, but the pivotal ones right now, you know, Ewok getting this one in for Sen to make sure they have the right idea for their final rounds to come through.
Yeah. Nice for Jordan to even run out to pick up an orb.
Well,
Redux
he's
is
the
trying to
only
do the
one who
same
could do
thing so he
that.
could get closer to his
That's an orb.
kill contract. Yeah, it's still a point there. And they still have economy to work with, so it's not too bad for him to lose his life there with that push. Yeah, what a shot.
Close one.
That one, dude, was nice.
You win the round off ops.
Shows that he's still got it in terms of aim now.
Those feel good. You hit those few to start, you know the next ones are, you take more confident shots. You take, I should say, riskier shots because you're more confident. You miss the first few and you still stay back on that angle. You're like, oh, maybe not. We might see Victor go ham at this point now. He's already on a forward angle on B, actually looking to step up more. So yeah, the confidence is there.
And he can instantly rotate thanks to that.
Okay, ripped off the top. Little haircut for Sadak. Okay, right back at you. Cortezia goes down on that one. And the follow-up damage as well. On to John Cutie.
Thing is, they've already closed the gap now for Sentinels. And like a crew, they're deciding to flip that map across to fight towards Troll.
Ooh, they take
this is
all
risky.
of orange. And now Sen has to kind of audible this and figure out the way they want to cover it. Okay. He's like, I don't see anybody, but I think they see me. Is a good call to back out there. Jonah P gets the fight going, but we're not fully bought into this just yet. They got to figure out where Sadak is. His Stinger's going to be able to backstab in the end.
Oh,
just call the
one
save.
for Silence. Sees the move, and I don't even think that Jonah P knows he was seen there, and he gets picked off by Sadak. The little things that they're putting into their gameplay just make the rounds go in their favor. Crew pick up 11.
That's crazy. Getting value too off the two rifles that they saved in that previous round. Silence and MW0 taking value out of that. And it almost feels like one of those simple things from Sadak. He gets pinged out by the recon. He TPs towards the spawn just to pull the defenders back and kind of reset the information that they get off the dart. And then now they're just getting out positioned from the smoke right after. And they get picked off. That was super nice.
Two more. I think Neon ult saves though, right?
The battle of the IGLs this game. 20 kills for Sadak, 18 for John Cutie, and John and Sen looking to push this to a map 3 with all their might here at the end. We start off round 20. Operator still in hand for Victor. There's some ults there to use. Cortezia can stall a site with the ult, but they're choosing not to right away. They want this retake potential.
Almost looks like they want to crunch back towards middle and take control of that before having to retake towards the A side. Remember, they have so many slicers on the map
crew in
or
this round.
on the roster.
Unless that happens. Bang.
Hey, a forward mark there sets up Sadak to get taken
why
down.
not just wait for Neon to
angle. It's just going to be a fast lane really quick to make them think something's going down.
Counting Neon on?
Here comes a rotation over from Sentinels. More kills from them, all ready to squash this attack from Crew. Exactly what Sentinels need at this point to keep Crew off that 12.
Oh shit. Nice shot though.
One.
He's getting tagged. They're chasing him down. He's actually isolating fights too. Cortezia already closed that gap though, as you saw him rotate from the top of middle into elbow. Now he's just trying to see if he wants to let Sentinels come to him. And
okay, Victor, we should have gave you an off a long time ago.
And speaking of closing the gap, Sentinels are only 2 away of being able to tie up this game.
And they have started to bring that aim game online, that's for sure. And it is structured in these ones too. Both of those last kills had anchor players, right? Somebody helping you out, double face on the peak. Really coordinated there from Sen here.
Skip it. Do I have anything to say?
Down a bit,
No,
so
I want to
they
get
can
right
more,
back into it.
more out of everything that they're doing.
Fudge.
Put with side here for
I
splits
can't
after.
wait to get back into it. Yeah, Silva's up.
So again,
half buy from them.
There'll be an opportunity
Me
for
and
them to play a little
Ultra,
bit more
that's
slowly,
why.
default more for that mid control, so that it can finally take control over on that A side. That's my TLDR for that.
All right.
Yeah. It's like full A explosion.
It probably won't be this round though, because we have 2 rifles in
Big smoke
pistols.
B.
I'm gonna play a little bit more slowly
Harbor.
so that Silence can maybe try to get an opener with this ult.
Sova Darcy's nothing. Sova drone. Neon coming in. He's nothing. Stun. Neon ult, but gets stunned up. Super shorty comes out. Off back on the
Victor's
Andal.
scary one in that spot. Apparently,
Oof.
Sadok's trying to push forward here as they're pinching from multiple
Yeah,
sides.
he's dead.
The wall drops, and yeah, Sadok's
Nice,
ready
that
to
was
fire
nice.
through that in the line.
The delayed Sova
That
Darcy.
recon was huge once again. 2 assists there for MW0.
Spike planted.
From getting the pings
my
on the 2
gosh.
players, so focused to try to take down Dante in the front side. And now the map's been flipped. Even a scenario. Cruz at the advantage in the post plan.
I think it's one of the things Crew is benefiting on so
Okay,
well. Not
what was
bad.
that peak?
Sean Cutie takes a shot and hits Silence. Now evening up the numbers. Les gonna move forward into the smoke. Looking to pull a shotgun. Oh, it pulls out the Sheriff! What is the thought there? And he still gets it. Gonna be alive on the other side. It's
tap
all
it.
about time now. It's all about playing his life. Les is gonna
He
try to
coulda
push
held
off
it,
the
I think.
right just away, and he's not gonna give enough to peek. And that's gonna be it. Very nicely done. Les
Could he
goes
have held it?
down,
Was he
could not get
far
to it.
enough off, or was
John
he on the
Cutie.
spike?
You almost think he
Okay,
made a
we could end
mistake by
here.
switching from the Bucky to the Sheriff, but still domes his
You thought he
opponent.
did. You're like, oh no, it's a close shot. You need to have that. Holy moly.
Nice. That guy's
Yeah,
really
let
in.
me just do a quick 1-5-5 there in the dome.
This confused
Oh
me.
my
Not this.
word. Maybe he thought he was going to be
Oh,
faced with 2 people and he had to go for a fast shot or something, but still only need to hit the one and done.
And still has util.
Vamos.
Pulls the snake bite on the ground, closes again with the
Yeah.
Bucky like he is.
And the snake bite didn't even give the advantage to peek left too.
Tried to get flashbang by Viper. Man.
So smartly played instead of just putting it right on the spike. Crazy stuff. And right into B. Right, look at that. Look at the peeking. The drone on the left side, but he's also weaving vision to both sides of the team. Oh my gosh. I feel like my hair's coming out here watching these guys just pulling it out with how crazy it must be. Redux doing what he can inside the kill contract.
Who's
but
even
they
up?
all come out to the nightmare once
GG.
again as Les and Silence are putting the finishing
Sentinel's
touches
kinda
on.
disappointed,
And it's
but they didn't play that
Cortezia
good.
now outside the site.
Especially
it feels like the
Jonah
last
P.
few rounds just happened in the blink of an eye. And this one even
Yeah.
quicker. That's MW0 taking down Cortezia. Crew come out
You're
swinging
surprising me, man.
for their
I like
first
it.
game of stage 1 to
Let
take
me
down
take a break, go piss.
A new crew was formed to run
I'll
the
come
town.
back, watch
And
the
today,
good series.
they rule over Sen City.
I guess I'll stop this
And
here.
that with some amazing